Peace, folks. This is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mumia Obsidian Ali. You know who I am. I need no introduction, right? And you're listening to the Grown Man Hour with my man Bernard Riley, heard weekdays right here on YouTube. What do you think about that? How about that? Now let's get back on with the show. Thank you.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Thank you to everybody in the audience. Make sure y'all hit that like button as we get started. And you could tell by the title that this is the show where we about to talk about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock without talking about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. That's why it's titled "Does Violence Equal Protection?" We ain't talking about the whole Will Smith and Chris Rock thing, though. We just, we talking around it today. But it's gonna get brought up. But all right. Thank you to everybody in the building, everybody in the audience. Real quick, shout out to the people that make it in bright and early. Real Deals in the building says to the B-dubs. Yes, Uneducated Lame in the building says to all the dudes in jail or dead over protecting someone, some color like blue or red or something. Yes. Just being jazzy in the building says good morning, Darth Low. They said you was blocked. I don't know what was up. Oh no, I think they unhid you. All right, I don't know what you did to get hit. I don't know what happened. But anyway, Timothy Williams in the building. He says, "Where's Bernard?" CP time. CP time. Any time that I say it's going to start, that time is subject to change due to CPT complications. All right, Timothy Williams in the building. Shout out to you. Shout out to Sea Iron Addict, Red, Scorpio, Charles Merchant in the building. Shout out to Charles Merchant. Sun is Hot Ra, Vincent Lindsay, KD in the building. Shout out to KD. Do appreciate KD, one of the biggest supporters of this space. If not full blown, the biggest at this point. You done took the crown. But he says, with Paul Game in the building, he says, "Where's your UK girl?" Hey, she got the email. She probably will show up late. I think she be mixing up the Eastern Standard Time, Central Standard Time. She'll get here when she get here. It says, "Where's Annette and Rod?" They got the email. They got the link. I think Rod not going to be able to make it, but with Annette, I don't know. I don't even think she responded. So we might not. We might unfortunately not get Annette on the panel today. Unfortunately. But shout out to everybody on the panel. We can go around the room real quick. Brief introductions. I mean, it's like our third or fourth time doing this, so they kind of know y'all. But we'll start with Game Changer and work our way around. Go ahead, GC.
Yeah, Game Changer 00100, the chess piece, the one that's not cammed up. Happy to be here. Yeah. Not much to introduce. I mean, I introduced myself here several times, but
Yeah.
For those who don't know me, get to know me.
Right. Never mind. I was about to. That's a later conversation about you not being cammed up. That's I was about to say something, but no, we keeping it rolling. LAR in the building. Go ahead. You got it.
LAR movement, still moving. Let's get it cracking.
And what did that say behind you? Those colorful colors.
Houston.
Oh, okay. Okay. I couldn't even tell. All right, go ahead, Brenda.
Hello, everybody. My name is Brenda Muema. I am still establishing myself on YouTube, so thanks to VR Network.
All right. Go ahead. I don't got the screen up. I can't see you in the middle. Oh, Jackie. I can tell. I wasn't looking. Go ahead.
Hey, this is Jackie Jack. I haven't posted anything to my YouTube page, but I'll get there.
Right. And Jada LaRue.
Hello there, everybody. I am Jada LaRue from the Jada LaRue channel, as well as the Feminine Melanin channel. So hope everybody is having a great day so far.
All right. We about to get right into it. Hit the like button and all that good stuff, people in attendance. But we're about to get back into it. Something that was more or less unearthed out of this whole Will Smith slapping Chris Rock thing is protection. Like I said in my live stream, that got took down, but then I got it to get back up. I had to do some editing and edit out some stuff. But and in some of my pre-recorded videos about it, that was basically the narrative. His publicist was talking to him in between every commercial break and was throwing it out there that, hey, I guess was feeding him the information, make this about protecting those that you love or something like that. And then a lot of black women said, woo, they start clapping and cheering and hooping and hollering about, yeah, they protecting us, but and whatnot. And so that just turned into a whole thing about, really, does violence equal protection? I have my thoughts on that. We're going to start with Game Changer and go ahead and give your thoughts on that. Shout out to the Hood Conservative in the building. And while y'all talking, I'm about to do what I said I was going to do and get all y'all emails in one. I mean, all y'all channels in one quick copy and paste to put in the description of the video so people know, make sure they know where to find y'all. But go ahead, GC. You got the floor. You got the mic.
All right, thank you. So protection really for modern Black women and the ones in the past of previous generation really means being at the end of the I'm gonna get. So basically, whenever something happens, meaning that they instigate an altercation of some sort, they always say, I'm gonna get ... If you are the person at the end of the I'm gonna get my brother, I'm gonna get Nene, I'm gonna get Raymond, I'm gonna get Robert. If you are that person, you are the protector. The biggest I'm gonna get incident that I ever seen, and in the movie screen was Ayana's cousin. I'm gonna get my cousin.
Ayana was a obscure character in that movie. You might want to refresh who the hell was Ayana.
I'm sorry. Menace to Society. Boy meets girl, girl is light skinned, boy hits girl, and I'm talking about boy has sex with girl with a condom on, and then girl says she's pregnant. Now, from what I understand, a lot of brothers done eased up into that. And she said that the baby was Kane's baby. He said, I ain't got time for this. Peace. And then next thing you know, Ayana's cousin comes up and challenges him to a fight and gets his ass whooped. But he didn't leave it there. He came back and shoots up the place and almost killed a 5-year-old kid and killed some innocent people in the process. That's protection. That is the definition of protection for a lot of the... It always ends bad. Will Smith is suffering like Ayana's cousin is. Like, oh yeah, I shouldn't have done that. So yeah, it's that is the definition of protection. The I'm gonna get my cousin to handle this situation. Like, and the thing is I don't know what they plan to accomplish with it. Like, was he supposed to beat him up and make him father a kid? Like, he was just supposed to,
Yeah.
like Christmas gift, punk, Nintendo, punk. Like, what was he? What did he plan on accomplishing? It don't matter. You are at the end of consequence. So yeah, but that's it. That's the definition of protection.
All right, I'm gonna bounce it around. Before I go to LAR, I want to let it breathe a little bit before I let LAR go. No, but no, that was good stuff. Oh no, Jen Games, I do got one question for you. You mentioned a seemingly important part of that story that you just skated right past, but you mentioned it, so I'm assuming it was very important. You mentioned that Iana, her name was, or you mentioned that she was. I wrote it down. You mentioned she was light skinned. Why was that a significant part of the story?
No, it really wasn't. I think that was a thing back then, but I don't think that was a significant part of the story. I was just throwing that out there because I got that light skinned song.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I thought you were. I was setting you up to piss everybody off and say, "Oh, light skinned women deserve more protection." Anyway, all right, go ahead, Brenda.
Well, I mean, ironically enough, speaking of which, guess who was the female star of that movie?
The Jada.
Oh yeah, just throwing it out there. I'm pretty sure she was in that movie. Like, yeah, the cousin was really protection. I hope to marry a man that protects me, like the cousin did here. I'm just throwing it out there. That was about what 25, 30 years ago, but yeah.
Yeah, it had to be a long time because I was thinking like Jada was in the movie. I don't even remember.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah.
She was being protected because Chauncey, he was pushing up on her, and then Kane came out of nowhere and whooped his ass. And next day, Doc was like, yeah, this looked like Kane whooping your ass. Yeah, so that's where she got her definition of protection from the movie Minister Society.
Damn.
All
right, go
and
ahead.
And that's where she got her definition of entanglement from the movie Inkwell. Just saying.
Inkwell. Oh yeah. Oh, that was messed up when Lorenz Tate, when he was playing a nerd or a sort of square lame kind of guy, and yeah, he showed up to her house, pick her up for a date, sitting on the porch for an hour with some flowers, and he looked in the window and saw her, entangled with somebody. Yeah, that was messed up.
And she said, "One day I'm gonna do this to my husband," and here we go.
All right, we've been trying to go to Brenda. Go ahead, Brenda.
All right, so whenever it comes to this definition, I don't know how to answer it other than, okay, in my opinion, when I ask for protection, especially for my significant other, is do not react based on what I say because I am destructive. Women are destructive in general with their tongue and their actions. And so pick and choose how you're going to react. And I remember having a conversation with him at the very beginning of our dating. He told me, don't ever put me in a position where I can't win, which is actually true. And so I don't need you to be quick-witted because that's my thing. I'm very fast with my tongue. But one thing I know for a fact I'm not good at, I don't have the strength. And so whenever it comes to fighting violence, it tends to start with me. And so I have to be very careful of what I say so that I don't invoke a whole war. And so I don't know how to go off with that. I'll kind of build up upon that, but to me, whenever I say
it sounds like you basically just. It sounds like you're saying that your mouth put him in situations that your ass or his ass can't get y'all out of.
Yeah, and he knows that.
Give one example. Give one example. Give one example. Give one example. Tell us what you do.
Oh no, I haven't done this to him or anything, but if I see somebody, I am prone to reading conversation or reading conversation, and sometimes I feel like I need to do something, and so telling a guy off based on what I see but of course I know sometimes we have to mind our business, but sometimes as a woman, I feel like I have to, I guess it's a savior complex. I have to help save a woman based on whatever I'm seeing, what the guy is doing. And so I have to be really, really careful of what I do. Now, I'm very respectful whenever I'm approaching people. Thank God my dad taught me that. But one thing I do find myself is offending people very easily because of my tongue. And so that's just me though. And so anybody who I'm with, they have to know my tongue is very fast. And so
it sounds like you running around trying to offer, I'm using air quotes here, protection of random people you don't know. When you see something you don't like, you just go to jumping in it and saying some stuff out of pocket.
Yes and no. Okay. I'll categorize it as friends if I see something that my friends are going through. And it's not the fact that I don't like the guy. I will step in to help my friend out. But if it ends up being 2-on-2, now I got my guy involved too because of me. That's
okay, yeah. So in the words of Chris Norwood, she's messy. You messy as hell.
No.
All right, now you messy as hell. We're gonna leave it right there. We're gonna put a period on the sentence right there. You messy as hell. Mind your business.
For now.
Mind your business.
Just fun.
Jackie Jack, go ahead. Go ahead, Jackie. Well, no, we're going to LAR. We're going to LAR then Jackie.
Oh man, this is gonna be bad.
And let him have it. And after what you just said, Brenda, just everything LAR about to say, he talking about you. Just so you know, he talking. Take it personal. I'm just playing.
Okay. Okay.
We gotta start somewhere.
Here's the first shot. I had this conversation with my coworker yesterday. He said there was a guy he knows that a woman asked for protection and it went left, and he protected her. And it went all the way left, and he wound up doing some time. He's still behind bars right now. And she testified against him.
Ayana's cousin.
Wait, hold on. The guy who was the I'm gonna get dude, and she went and got him, and then she testified against him to get him further. Oh, what? Because she went and got somebody to beat up her boyfriend, and then she started back sleeping with the boyfriend, and then now she helped get the guy who beat him up locked up. Is that kind of what happened?
I don't think the guy. Well, definitely the boyfriend is still sleeping. So she couldn't sleep with him because he's still sleeping. So she testified against him, like, I wanted protection, but I didn't want all of that,
But she asked for it.
Yeah.
And sometimes be careful what you ask for.
The other thing is that does protection equal violence? It does, but rarely. Unless like being trifling, unless Chris Rock is the Grim Reaper of alopecia, there's nothing to be protected from. It's a lot of bald head. I mean, that means Project Pat need to be smacked up every time you see him, because it doesn't make sense. Some of the protection y'all asking for just isn't necessary. Truth be told, the protection that you need is usually protecting you against yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's true.
Other than that, don't get locked up, man. She gonna snitch on you.
Mm-hmm. Because she gotta save herself. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the worst right there. that's the absolute worst right there. Yeah. She didn't testified against you. And I haven't seen that out code where somebody then got killed and then she testified against the person who killed the person who she told to basically go kill. I mean, I haven't seen it that bad, but I've seen it bad where they end up in court and the person who they wanted to do the stuff, they against that person now. But yeah, that's wild. The beautiful lie in the building says, gentlemen, masculine protection is not being a blindly loyal attack dog for a woman who thinks she can flip your masculinity on or off for her personal desires and benefit. These Oh wow, I haven't heard that one. Neanderthals. That's good. That was creative. Will get you deleted over a joke. Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for the super chat. Do appreciate that. Also we got who we got. lg7ve in the building says greatest level of protection is called provision. Put your family business out there the way Jada does. She puts the entire family out there to the wolves. The thing is, the thing that started all of that ain't have nothing to do with the family business being out there. It ain't had nothing to do with none of that. It was a joke about G.I. Jane / alopecia joke. That's in bounds, especially if she rocking it proud. You know, say it loud, got alopecia, and I'm proud. She was rocking it and was happy with it.
And she was proud of it.
Yeah, and that's a noble thing. That's saying that yes, I got it. There's other people that got it. I'm gonna use my celebrity to just be, you know, a voice for the people that got it. I mean, you put it out there. You did a video talking about it. You put it out there. You went to the Oscars with it. Didn't even put on the wig. It's like you're basically saying that this is me. This is who I am. It's public. It's out there for. I mean, the joke is in bounds. That whole thing was just goofy. It was build up over the other stuff. Osama Abdu in the building says salute to having LAR on one of the best. Oh, she said LAR on one of the best in the Black manosphere. Shout out to you, Osama Abdu. Do appreciate you. Shout out to Indigenous TV in the building. He says you protect Black women, you get life, and she topping your homeboy while you're top. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. We go. I just couldn't finish that. Anyway, Jackie Jack in the building. Go ahead. You got the floor. You got the
Well, I'm gonna say I used to have a boyfriend that always thought he was protecting me by getting in fights with men that try to hit on me. And I never put a battery in his back or told him like this dude is bothering me or nothing. I just think some guys, some Black men think that is the way to go. Even if you don't give them the signal like get them, they just have it in their mind like this is what being masculine is. Like I'm ready to go to punch somebody in the face. So I think some men are gonna think that protection is violence. Like they're not gonna see it any other way. They're gonna think they have to use their hands or whatever to protect their woman. So when it comes down to it, I know the Jada situation, like everybody, well, I was assuming too that she put a battery in his back, like gave him a nudge or something to tell him to go up there, but he might have just thought, oh well, I'm going to be masculine today, and I'm slap him in the face.
Well, emphasis on the masculine today part. Today, right. like where was that when all the other junk was going on? It was plenty of times to be masculine. That was the goofy part of it. So that's why I got some. I do think it was battery in the back.
Okay.
I think it was, even though he's responsible for his actions. It ain't like she could make him do it. So I think you have right that some of them think that they are supposed to do that. But yeah, Ethan Woke Quill said conditional masculinity. That's right. Will Smith is an example of that conditional masculinity.
Oh, absolutely, because Jada is the one who's in control of the relationship. I mean, he was laughing, and then all of a sudden, she was like, I was like, and then he got up.
Right.
I mean, it's just a signal she was sending.
Yeah.
She was responsible for the signal.
It's a moment of rather than thinking conditional masculinity somewhat, because it's one thing when people are saying, well, he didn't do that to other people that's been talking about his wife, but other people weren't right in his face. And if you kind of notice what Will Smith does sometimes when it's in public that he feels disrespected, he's known to smack a couple of people real quick with the backhand. So I think when he realized that maybe his wife didn't like it, then he probably just thought in his mind like, oh wait, So that was disrespectful. Let me go up here and smack him down. And I also believe that Jada did not believe in his professional career in a professional setting that he would have went up there to smack somebody. Usually one comedian goes up to say something to another comedian. It's to crack more jokes against each other, not usually for a smackdown. So
Right. Yeah, because they're
Go ahead, GC.
Jackie Jack, what's the signal?
What do you mean?
You said
You
said I never gave him the signal to go attack somebody, but he was apparently attacking people. So apparently this signal exists.
Yeah. So yeah, what is it? Is it? Are you an umpire? Like what's the signal?
Well, maybe that was a poor choice of words. I mean,
you have a signal.
I don't have a signal. I don't have a signal. But I meant
you just
like,
say, and then
we saw
I think
Jada
every
Pickett's
woman has a signal. Every woman has a signal.
Hey, Brenda with the shit today. Brenda is with it today.
No, because I mean, I think a lot of dudes. I think a lot of dudes out there wants to know, like, if they are with you, like, you know, like, what's that? You want me to attack? What's that? Like, is that the signal? Do I attack now? Like, what's?
I don't have a signal. I mean, if it's I don't have a signal. If I look at you and I'm look like I'm scared, maybe that's a signal. Like I don't know. I don't have a signal.
So let me ask you, the first time this happened, and I'm assuming he won, what happened when y'all got home that night?
Good question.
I don't know if he
Tiffany
would
Haddish.
Because no, I was embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. I don't even know if he won because we were at a house party and some guy tried to dance with me, and I was like, no, I don't want to dance. And then he was just still trying to dance with me, and then my boyfriend saw that. He came over and just sucker punched him in the face, and then the whole like everybody started fighting. Me and my friend ran out, like left them in there fighting, and we ran out, jumped in the car, and we was waiting on him to come out. And then he came out. I was pissed. Like I was not happy. It was so embarrassing because it was like a college party, and he came in there, and he didn't know those people. I knew those people, so he embarrassed me when he started fighting.
Did somebody throw a chair?
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. I ran out. Nothing happened. I was
so did you break up with him?
Because if you was Jada that night, was he Will that night or was he August that night?
He probably felt like August that night.
August,
that might be the
nothing happened. I was so mad. Nothing happened.
It wasn't a trophy entanglement or nothing.
No.
How long did y'all stay together? Right after that?
Like after that, probably like a good 6 months. But he just kept doing things like that. I was just like, I can't keep
He's trying to prove to you
calm him down. I can't keep doing that.
So he's trying to. I think he was trying to prove to you that he is masculine enough. But I mean, the guys were threatening his masculinity.
You ever seen Live Heartbeats?
Yes.
Yeah. You said what?
Every night he had to fight to prove his love to you. You putting him in these situations.
You sure are. like the woman.
Fight every night to prove my love. Yep. Goddamn.
Emotionally reactive to protect you. It's all about protection. Because if guys are provider and protectors, they're going to protect the way they know how. And so if you actually don't, I don't know if you ever communicated verbally with him, hey, I don't need protection in this way. I need protection.
Oh, I did. I tried to talk him down many times.
Yeah, but he already had a fixed mindset. It was already he wasn't for you. Yeah, that makes sense. Emotionally reactive. That's a beta move. I'm sorry. That's a simp.
You said a simp? I don't know if he was simp. That wouldn't qualify as simp. Well,
what about beta? Because it's emotional reaction.
Yeah, just it's It's a
doing is more of
violent
a
emotional reaction. That's somebody who
right.
has the emotional self-control of a toddler, I would say. But I don't
Right.
know if beta or simp is the right word. It's just that that's somebody who just don't got good emotional self-control to where
Yeah.
your knee-jerk reaction is full-blown violence. Like me in that situation, I can probably, understand in the moment the simple fact
Right.
that maybe this dude didn't know that my woman was with somebody. Maybe he thought this was a single chick at a party, and that's what single people do at parties. You go in, you don't walk up to a chick and ask if she got a boyfriend. Like, I mean, so he just
It
went up
is
and tried
regular
to
stuff.
dance, and
Yeah.
so I mean, so
No,
yeah,
I
that.
told the guy I had a boyfriend, and he said he don't care.
All
I don't
right,
know
well
if he
then,
heard. I don't
You
know if he
guys are
heard
just
that.
disrespectful. That's all.
Yeah, but some guys are
yeah,
just
yeah,
disrespect.
okay,
So,
yeah. Okay, so he
so
was
to
one of
me, that
those.
fight was
He was one of.
justified. So I would have totally been like Augustine. I'm just saying. So it was justified. So every fight has to be justified. So
Well,
in
it
my
ain't it
opinion,
wasn't necessarily a good move to just come in, just kamikaze, throw a punch right out the gate.
yeah.
But you did, yeah. It was grounds for an aggressive step in, and get him to step back. I'll say that. And then what happened from there? If you end up having to fight, you end up having to fight. It is what it is. But nah, my rush isn't to just throw an immediate punch on something like that. That's I don't know. That's kind of childish to me. You gotta be ready to fight, but you don't just dive in throwing punches. That's just where I'm at with it. But Pernue in the building with a $5 super chat. He said was the WAP extra after he roughed up the dudes.
No, I was mad.
Okay. All right. Let's
She had the
go.
right signals.
What'd you say?
And she had the right signals because some women are turned on based on the fighting aspect.
Yeah, we about to get into that. Sun is hot around the building. He says violence can either protect or take a life. Violence is all fun and games to women like Brenda. Like Brenda, until a life is taken. When men fight, we fight with the mentality of one or both of us might die. That was directed right at you, Brenda.
Oh no,
Go ahead.
that's true. I know, I believe him. Because during the time of duels, like whenever people will fight for their
No. Deal with the part that we say it's all fun and games to women like Brenda.
No, it's not fun and games. It's actually serious matter. So that's why I don't try to start them. But because of my hot mouth, I know I have to be protective for myself. So my significant other knows that. It's like, but that's just me. I didn't know that I was able to provoke fights easily with my mouth. So.
All right. So how much of it in the community, as we be calling it around here, how much of it do women view the protection as just that, as violence versus the other forms of protection? For example, like we not in the wild west. We not in pre-civilization. If a man can get a woman, have a woman living in a nice, stable, cozy neighborhood, that's protection. Guns are the ultimate equalizer. We know that, but ultimately, reducing the probability of something happening, that's protection. So it seems like women would look at it from a perspective of, if they're thinking with their logical, reasonable, rational brain, which a lot of them don't. They think with their emotions, but their reasonable, rational, logical brain, which says, okay, this person who could, provide a certain type of lifestyle to where we're living in a better neighborhood, living in a better environment, we're away from all the nonsense. But I think the more emotional, irrational side of it says, hey, this bigger, stronger, taller dude with more bravado, and he's a little louder and a little rambunctious, and that's protection. And granted, we evolved that way because that was what a protection was, 10,000, 20,000 years ago. That's what it was. The biggest, strongest dude who can crack somebody's head open. That was the guy that women would want to hitch their wagon to. Now it's a different day and a different term. So it's like, as Black folks, are we just operating on some more primitive stuff to where that type of action and behavior, where that guy who can do that, who can crack them skulls and make people move out the way when he comes, when they see him coming, that's the guy that that people view as a protector, even though in reality, the protection isn't just, you know, somebody jumping out the bushes on you and what he gonna do. Like, that's a rare once in a lifetime event. You know, so are we operating just on some primitive stuff where everybody else is operating and looking at protection in a 21st century kind of way? GC.
I missed the last part of the question right before the 20th century took away.
Are we operating on a more primitive form of protection where everybody else in the West is operating on a more 21st century type of protection?
I think that Black men are made to feel inadequate in the community. And it's really just the only way he can feel like he has something to offer the Black woman. And it's also what she cries for the most: protection, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But really, that's just her way of trying to continue to make you feel inadequate so you can feel indebted to her. Like, it's not really, when she's doing this, she don't really mean for you to act on it. It's really more so you can feel inadequate, so you can lose sight of her flaws. She wants you to focus on your flaws and ignore her flaws. So you come to her with a sense of inadequacy. And, you know, however, you know, like in some cases, you try to feel adequate, so you attack somebody, and then you wind up in jail or dead, and she's off with the next guy.
All right. Jada LaRue.
Yes. So I hit you in the back. I didn't know. I would like to answer the first one as well, if you don't mind, but I could start off with.
Oh, no, you didn't answer the first one. My bad. Go ahead.
Okay, so in my eyes, a man should be designed to protect and provide, right? So that's his natural state. And I believe that women should not incite her man to behave with rage over logic. I believe that she should not cause situations that place him in danger or place them in danger. And I believe that a man, you know, if he is, or I shouldn't say if he is, he should be the leader, and he should be the head and telling his woman to, you know, pipe down, however which way they communicate that, to pipe down, as well as to get her to understand the logic of what could happen if he decides to use physical or weaponry in order to make her feel better about what they're going through. A man should be also selecting his woman wisely, because if she's even 50% insightful like that, why are you dating her? She's dangerous. I also think that people need to stop trying to blame women because of how men react, because even if it's in her honor, I feel like a man is supposed to be the leader. He's supposed to be the head, the protector, the provider, the logic behind the reason. So if he can't control his own self, why is that blamed on women? I think Jada got a lot of blame without even seeing her on camera to what it is that she might have been doing. I mean, a lot of people were saying, as his woman, she should have, you know, stopped him from going up there. But I told you guys, it could have been an instance where she truly believed that that was not what was going around. That was probably way far from her mindset, that he was going up there to smack somebody. But also at the same time, we ask men to protect us, and then we try to micromanage how they protect us. Because if Jada had got up there and been tugging on him after he got done, tugging on him, slapped him, told him to calm down, shut up, y'all would have said that she was treating him like a child and he was trying to be a man and protect her. So I think
I wouldn't have said that.
I just said a lot of people did. I mean, I was surprised at how many people said that Jada did nothing. She just sat there, even though we didn't see what her actions were on the camera because they never showed her after that.
Well, okay, it's two things. If she would have got up and start trying to pull him back, like I heard some dude saying that she should have got up and tried to stop him from going up there. Like, no, that's the wrong way to go. And my thing wasn't even necessarily blaming her. My criticism was more of Will, because he genuinely thought it was funny,
Right.
Or he didn't think it was funny, but he understood the gravity of the moment, so he played it cool and played it off and tried to laugh it off. And then he saw her mad, and then he went and got violent. And so you don't get violent at the whims of the woman. If she saw you playing it cool or whatever, then she should have followed your lead and played it cool. So I'm just looking at it from the perspective of he followed her lead. He was good with it, she wasn't good with it, and now he about to risk it all, risk not getting not being able to come back to the Oscars, risk losing his award. Like, they literally could have said that they could have banned him right there and not given him his award. In Hollywood, his whole career, everything could have been done off just he saw a look on her face.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
no.
it still could happen, Bernard. Whoopi Goldberg said that it would be severe consequences, quote. She said that he will suffer, and she's on the board. She's on the Academy Award board. So he's going to suffer severe consequences. I think we're going to hear about it today.
Yeah, the only thing that Jada can adequately get blamed for is everything leading up to it. With the whole situation, she was messy as hell, and that's really what Will was on edge and mad about, to where he heard something that ain't have nothing to do with what he was really mad about, and he snapped on that. So
no,
go ahead.
Because Jada gave him the signal.
Mm-hmm. It was a signal.
Yeah. No, she gave him the signal. Like Brenda said that the signal was, if I look uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. That's the signal.
That was the signal.
And she looked uncomfortable. She gave him the signal. So yeah.
So, all right. So, game changer. Are you of the view that Jada been sitting there at home? You got all these people saying all this stuff about me, and they talking about you, and they calling me this and calling me that. That make you look like a punk too. You punk. And so basically, she gave him that signal. It basically like, and there you go, being a punk ass nigga again. So that's it's game changer. Your perspective. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Listen, I mean, she was able to make Will Smith feel inadequate. She went out and did the whole August thing, and she said, I felt so unfulfilled. She is constantly making that nigga feel inadequate.
Yeah, I mean, she would never be fulfilled.
That's a psychological
She's never
tool.
Content.
Yeah, that's a psychological tool. She got into his mind, and that's how it manifests himself. He's been trying to feel adequate.
Right. And now he's fighting for love.
Wait, hold on. Go ahead, Jada. Go ahead, Jada.
I don't believe that she is that torn in herself to where she would give a signal to him to go up there and do that in front of people. I've been around Jada before. I do not witness her as the type of person that would risk it all just for that moment. I just think that he did not like it, and he decided, and it's a risk on them and their family. So I don't think that she would have done that. I just think that Will is what I've witnessed Will to be, and I don't know if y'all have missed some of the different moments. If he feels like there is a disrespect actually done, whether he chuckled it and then thought about it, he goes and he will backhand somebody. This one he did a front ones, but he is known to go up and smack somebody. He does not like disrespect or that his family feels a certain way. And I know people are like, he didn't do that to August, but August did look like he got smacked up a good moment after he came out with the truth. And he said it was allergic reaction, but I haven't seen an allergic reaction look like that. So I think he might have got that smack down. But so yeah, I think
Will don't like disrespect from nobody but Jada.
Right. Yeah. All the disrespect.
Well, and I can mention one of the incidents that has been in the paper before and that he's actually admitted to. He hit her with a rolled up newspaper hard in the face twice for saying something that he did not like. So
he's
y'all
behind on his quota. He need to get that Sunday Times, roll it up real tight, put some good rubber bands around it, make it nice. The Sunday. I don't even know what the paper looked like nowadays, but I know back in the 90s, that Sunday paper was that was almost a murder weapon.
fifth.
That's
Yeah.
Had coupons.
It had happened
Yeah.
though. Family and even some of his friends told him that he needed to pipe down and get some counseling because, and he admitted that he did not want to be like his father, et cetera, et cetera. So that might be why he has pulled back, maybe when it comes to fussing or, showing his disdain of what she do. But I mean, it is what it is. I can't tell how to run it.
No, good stuff. And I do want to ask you how you've been around all these celebrities you name dropping and whatnot. I do want to ask you about that, But ARC, who said he worked on the set of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air back in the day. He said this on my live stream show. It got taken down, but then it just came back up, which I was mad about. I mean, I had so many views on that when it just messed up all the momentum. But anyway, but he said that Will Smith used to be on the set of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, going off on cast members, berating them in front of the live studio audience, telling them he gonna fire them and all kind of stuff. Like they said that, like basically ARC basically said that, yeah, Will Smith is a bully and been a bully for a while. So that's what he saw with the slap. He saw the same bully going up there bullying somebody who he know in that situation. It's a high probability Chris Rock not about to do nothing back, because it's just one. I mean, he Chris Rock. Two, chances are he's just not gonna. Chris Rock not gonna just blow it like that and just go in full blown and just attack Will Smith. Just go grab him from the back and throw him down. Could you just imagine both of them rolling around on the ground at the Oscars in tuxedos? I mean, on stage, that would have been funny, but two would have been horrible. It'd have been horrible.
Yeah, like that.
So that's more so. That's more so what I saw. And after ARC gave that context, you gave a little context to that. Okay, Will Smith is an asshole. When the camera not rolling and every now and then the camera catch it. So that is one thing, but he's still, it's still so much stuff to where, it's so much stuff to where it's like he's clearly, it's just like she got him on some type of leash. I mean, that's where the simp thing come in, where you can actually be simping in a marriage if seemingly she's controlling it. Like when the whole August Alsina thing happened, if Will Smith response just would have been, oh yeah, whatever. Yeah, she doing what she doing. I'm doing what I'm doing. We just together for the family and just to look. I would have been like, okay, cool. But when I saw him practically crying on the red table, I'm like, nah, he don't like some of this stuff. No, and I see him reacting emotionally like that to Chris Rock. Nah, he really don't like some of this stuff. But he could just end it at any minute, just saying, hey, I don't care what you do because I'm doing my thing. Right. He could end it in a second. So clearly he got hurt feelings. He clearly got hurt feelings on it. Dapper Gent in the building. Dapper Gent in the building with the $10 super chat. Do appreciate that. 311 people in the building. I have no idea where we at on the likes. Only 119 on the likes. Yeah, clowning.
Oh, go ahead. Likes up. I know y'all like the vibe going on. Go ahead and hit the like button. Share if you care, subscribe.
Yeah, all of that. All of that good stuff. All of that good stuff. Go ahead, GC.
Since we have medical people here, I don't think that alopecia. Okay, here's the thing. Men go bald. We do. I just so happen to be fortunate enough to be, 40 with follicles. Crossing my fingers on that one.
I gotta use that.
Yeah, but it happens. It happens. It happens to most of the male members of my family, and we don't have a name for it. It's just called hair gone. I mean, it happens to women too, and they give it a fancy name. And there's this. It seems like there's this oh, we should be more sympathetic. They're going through the same thing that most men go through anyway. Like, why is it? It's called alopecia when it's them, but when us, it's called George Costanza. Like, everybody makes fun of the bald white guy. Black guys is different, but because we look better bald, but everybody makes fun of the bald white guy, like Larry David and stuff like that. Why was it such a, oh, it's alopecia. It's alopecia. Like, they make it sound like it's something worse than what it is. It just means that you're old and bald.
Well, it is different conditions.
It's different
okay,
for women.
Yeah, well, hold on. Yeah, I mean, I think I got y'all on this one. it's male pattern baldness is a thing, and a very, very small percentage of women got it. Like, women don't just lose their hair like we lose it, or at the rate that we lose it. It's a different thing.
I get it, but when a man does it, it's not bad. You're the father from Good Times. You're George Jefferson. Nobody cares. Like if somebody was to make a bald joke, like if Bookman was to make a bald joke, it wouldn't be like the end of the world. Uncle Phil, like, I mean, you know, that's
different with men. It's different with men. Uncle Phil could be bald. Aunt Viv couldn't have a bald head. Like, come on, it's different.
Right.
But if she did,
there's men who are like
reasonable joke material.
No woman is really like for being.
Oh no, it's reasonable for jokes. Okay, no, if you're saying for jokes, then yeah,
it's reasonable joke material. It shouldn't be considered like this serious terminal disease or something like that.
Right.
It's alopecia. It's supposed to be funny. Like Michael Jackson had vitiligo. That was funny as hell. Like, you know, if it's not life threatening, it can be funny.
I don't think I ever had.
Hold on, wait. LAR, you was trying to jump in. Go ahead.
I'm gonna just be petty for a minute.
Go ahead. Bring on the petty.
Look, she bald headed because she been frying and dyeing her head. Stop. You know, she don't have cancer. Okay, I gave the out that if she got cancer and they hide it, I can see it. But she be blind. She be hood ratting her hairstyles for the last 30 years. I'm sorry. I wear hats just because I like wearing hats. She is gonna be a bald-headed church lady who fried and dyed her head so many years she gotta wear the hat on Sunday. But hers gonna grow back. It ain't patchy and spotty. Y'all act like she look like Stephen A. Smith or something. She's just sensitive because she was blind a month ago and now she bald-headed. That's her fault.
Her alopecia is brought on by something that is more that mess with her health. So it's not necessarily perms, but I will say that women who have alopecia have different levels of alopecia. So for Jada has had a health issue that caused her alopecia. And that's why, like, if you look at her head across here and on the side and the back, you'll see that she's had like a bit of surgery. So there's been an issue. And so she was losing hair. As far as her having perms and things like that in some of her different years or wearing weaves and things like that, it was because her choice, but it was because entertainment industry did not like her natural curly hair. So for her to be, it's true, because of certain roles, they did have her wear certain styles. It's what they wanted for her. And she did make that choice. And a lot of women, as well as a lot of men, have these different things that are brought upon them. Like if you look at movies, there are black men who are made to shave their facial hair to keep them from looking as masculine or more masculine than the other men on the show.
But okay, you said they didn't like her hair for certain roles in the movie. If I'm an actor and I'm playing Michael Jordan, guess what? I don't get to keep my waves for that role.
Right.
Naturally,
you have to choose.
Choice. She made the choice to give in to that. So I said that from the beginning. It was still her choice to make. But because of those different things and because of her health, which is way more than what happened to her hair, that is how she ended up with the alopecia issue. So just bringing light to the reality. It was a health issue.
No, it's not. Y'all hear this? Y'all hear this? You see, how come men can't have? How come, like a short man? When a man is short, we don't put a Latin word to it and then say you can't make fun of it. This is off limits because this is Ella shortness or Aloysius. Ella short. Like, I wish I was taller. Like you can't.
I wish I was a baller.
Yeah, I wish I was a baller. Exactly. We can't say I'm suffering from brokeism. Like we can't put words to stuff, you know. Or no, what's that word? Priapism. Let a man say he got priapism and see how laughed at he gets.
Oh yeah.
I just want to
LAR, before you go real quick, what priapism? What is that?
Priapism is a small penis. And guess what? Nobody cares. You say if you say to somebody you got priapism and see if they don't say, oh, that's a medical condition and blah blah blah. Nope, they are laugh. It is going to be a full Will Smith belly laugh. You tell people that they got priapism, and Chris Rock will make priapism jokes on you. Like that's it. So why is there like?
I laughed because I didn't know that was a actual medical condition. So
I didn't know alopecia was,
because I didn't know, but I just thought maybe it was something made up. Like, what is that?
LAR, go ahead.
Here's the thing. If that's the case, that may be true. Okay. Let's just take it a step further. Women talk about women being bald-headed and having no edges all the time. Should we slap them all?
Again, I didn't say that was an excuse. I just gave the information about alopecia and as well as how she ended up with alopecia and what happened to her. I did not say that it could not be something. For me, I'm not going to lie. When I heard the joke, I was kind of like, bad joke. But it was kind of funny because I thought of the many layers that went into that joke. So for me, I was like, oh, that is kind of a little bit funny. But I didn't think like, oh, he should have went up there and smacked him because of that. I mean, that was a moment to me where it didn't deserve a smack. So, but I'm not going to tell a man how to stand up for my honor or to protect me. I'm just going to tell him that off scene, but I'm not going to be up there like, what are you doing? You're crazy. I'm not going to do that. And thank you, black man, for protecting me. That's what I'm going to say in public. Thank you.
Here's the problem. You can't tell a man how to protect you from your honor. But there comes a point where he needs to honor himself. And how should he protect himself from being dishonored in his own marriage publicly?
And I agree. I made that whole statement already. I don't believe that men should be acting that way. They are the leaders, the protectors. Things that they do, even if it's in honor of us, can be dangerous. And if you deal with a woman that causes those type of insights in you, you should not be with her. It's dangerous.
Okay.
Because she had one time that just like one pile driver for some of the stuff she did. Should that be on the table? Because like
she said
a clothesline, a spear, you know what I'm saying? Just a Shawn Michaels kick to the face one time. Because some of this stuff that precipitates this misplaced anger slap is directed to the wrong person.
Yeah. Yes.
I do not think she should be power drived and all of that. So no.
Okay.
I believe that.
Getting power drive by.
Sometimes I understand people are human.
Well, no, I do think it was misplaced on Chris Rock's face. I do feel that.
Hold on, did you hear what this man said?
Who me?
You.
Yeah, I heard it.
She's getting power drive by August. Yeah, I mean,
oh man,
she done been power drive before. I mean, here's what it is. Anyway. All right, where was we at?
But no, like I do notice that like if you have a physical deformity, it's still fair game in Hollywood. You know,
that's true.
Tiny Zeus Lester with the eye, you know, like I mean, if you have that thing, if you have something that somebody can cling to, you know, whether it's natural or not, if it's a physical thing, people will make fun of it. If it's not life-threatening, people will make fun of it, you know. That's Hollywood.
We hear jokes at the Oscars all the time where like the comedian will make a joke. And y'all know how it is when somebody make a joke that's just a little too far. Like it's like a groan laugh. Like you can hear like the audience groan. Ooh. And then like, oh, and then it's like a little smattering of chuckles afterwards. But you know, those type of jokes happen all the time where somebody gets a groan instead of a laugh and everybody shakes it off and it's no big
But she
deal.
didn't get a groan laugh though. People were like chuckling it off. She didn't.
It was like 25% groan. It was like 25% groan.
I didn't hear the
groan. Yeah.
If you listen,
hear a lot of people laughing versus the joke that was prior made before they got to her.
Yeah.
It was tons of laughing. When it got to that joke, naturally you could hear like dissipation of laugh in the crowd.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. The other one you can hear, it's like everybody laughed on key. It was probably like 25% lower with like a rumble, like a ooh, in the
Yeah, it was
in the
lower. I didn't hear the rumble though. I didn't
no,
hear
no.
both.
I mean, I heard it. I listened to it. I
Okay.
heard it. It was. I mean, and that's normal. That's normal. People grown. Like, I mean, hell, I grown. LARs and Game Changers say some stuff to give me a groan, then a laugh. You know, that's normal. That's so that's fairly normal. It was a normal, funny, offensive, but mostly funny joke that again, I didn't even know she had alopecia until
Yeah, and
all
that's
of
the
this happened.
thing.
Me
A lot of
either.
people didn't know.
I
And so
like we can't sit here and pretend like some of them just don't reach a certain point in their life where they don't give a damn and they just shave their hair off because it's comfortable.
Mm.
And who don't like it? I don't care. I'm rich. My husband rich, and he ain't about to divorce me. And I can still sleep with the pool boy. Is what it is. Like she's just in a state of not caring. That's what I thought she was. I just
If
thought
I
she
was
just didn't
her,
care.
I would take that moment. I wouldn't even had an issue with it. I would have taken that moment to think like, oh, I need to pitch that. I need to take that opportunity. I need to pitch that idea of doing G.I. Jane too, because she is still in physical conditioning. So I'm like, if that was me, I probably would have took that in stride. Like, you know what? We're going to get that movie started. I don't know why it became such a big problem, but
Yeah, and
and
she had the
also
green dress on.
whenever it comes to so it's kind of worked with a joke, but whenever it comes to alopecia, it is it's hair loss, and it's due to stress mainly of the immune system. And so, one thing that I do understand whenever it comes to Hollywood or medical, health related, everything, people would like to keep a lot of things private, health private. So whenever comedians make fun, they're not, most of the time they don't know. They make fun of everybody, anybody on a wheelchair, you only have one leg. Comedians are just there to enlighten a serious matter. And so if it became personal, and we didn't know that she was suffering from alopecia, but she has a couple of videos, but I don't keep up with them. But she did say that she has alopecia. And so if she wants to now advocate a little bit more, teaching people, educating people about what alopecia is, hair loss and everything like that. But unfortunately, I don't know if to call it unfortunately, but as African-American women, we have all different types of hairstyle. Yes, we're defined by our hairstyle. That's why Game Changer was like, why does a man not made fun of? Because they're a man. Women are valued by looks. And so whenever I am not my hair, that type of song, I mean, that was the song that I was playing. But I have had some sort of alopecia where I lost, like, due to stress, a patch on my back and my kitchen. And like, my mom worked really hard. She and I were trying to figure out what was causing it, but mainly stress. I had to stop reducing stress. And so now my hair is kind of growing. But at the end of the day, I had so many pulled but if people make fun of it, it is what it is. I had to grow out of it. And it, at the end of the day, they don't know what you're going through. It's just you. But how, I don't know how Will actually reacted. It is what it is. That's on him. But at the end of the day, she should have just laughed it off and then later on say, okay, I know this was made fun of, but I'm gonna tell you actually what I do have. I do have alopecia. Now that did make me feel, just verbalize it, articulate what it is instead of trying to give the signal, and then now he's reacting in a way that we didn't know he was going to do, but to me,
I have a question. Do women do majority of women actually have a signal, or is that just for someone? Because I honestly don't have a signal.
I don't either.
Has anybody ever fought for your honor?
Yeah, like some women in the chat. I know y'all in there. Drop out the clouds. Let me know. Is that really a thing? Because I don't have it. My mother, I've never seen her give a man a signal. And it's been some, different moments, Southern people. It's been some moments. And I'd be like, I never saw my mother do a signal. So I had to rethink about that while talking to you guys. Like, do women really have a signal? Or is it just if she looks uncomfortable, men react?
Well, let me start with this. Somebody corrected me, and they're right. Priapism is a prolonged erection of the penis.
Okay.
Yeah. So, okay. Here's the thing. As everybody know, I watch porn from time to time, and they have these pills and remedies for small penises. So I got my commercials mixed up. I got my because they say priapism on the Viagra commercials, and they say you should see a doctor if you have the extra, the past 4-hour erection. So that's what priapism is. There is a word for the small penis pill, and I don't know what it is, but I gotta think back to my porn commercials because they have like pills and stuff.
Okay. I still learned a new word today, so it still works.
No, yeah, I don't know, but I do know what my point is that there is a word. There is like a science word for a small dick. And
somebody is saying microphallus. I thought
so microphallus. So yeah, then that's
a very. I mean, I think there's like normal small and then all the way micros penis. That's a different thing. That's a condition. That's a condition that I think something like less than 1% of the male population have, or something like that.
Okay. It's just called infant meat.
And that 1% is in China. No,
what would you say, LAR?
It's just called infant meat. That's all,
All right. Son is how Ron the Builder says, I agree with Game Changer. To my understanding, didn't Tupac have one testicle? Didn't know that. Didn't need to know that.
Right.
But that didn't stop Jada from choosing up on him. A woman won't know that about a guy until she get all the way down there. Because I don't think one testicle guys is just tell people that until it's, until they already down there, face to face with it. But anyway, at least I wouldn't. I know I wouldn't mention it until
let them discover it.
She'd be halfway done down there by the time she noticed. I'm not saying nothing.
I wonder what NPR does.
I'm not gonna laugh. Did y'all see that? Y'all see how nobody said that was wrong? When it's a guy, it can't be wrong. And that's a real thing. That's not priapism, or that's not alopecia. That's a real thing. That was cold. That was cold. That was too cold. I'm gonna give my girl a signal. That was cold.
All right, did everybody answer the last question? I don't even think I made it around the room, but about the do we in the community, do we look at protection in the most primitive base way that it got to be violent? Other people, are they looking at it in a more modern way? Because there are better modern forms of protection that don't got anything to do with whether or not your man, foam at the mouth and can knock somebody out when something happened. Go ahead, Jada. You got your hand up.
Okay, so because I am around a lot of different other races as well, what I realized from hearing from other men of other races is that they don't do things too different from what we do. The only thing that makes a difference is that we kind of stipulate more that it's something that us as a people should not be doing. And I'm not saying that it's something we should do. I'm just saying that, I'll give you an instance with Chris Rock and Will Smith. There were men that, I was reading their stats and stuff, and they were like, that's exactly what I would have done. Whether it was cap or not, they're saying they would have done it. My Asian ex said he would have did it. I'm talking about professional men too. So I don't think that there is a difference. I just think we put a big light on it when it's when it's black people. I shouldn't say our, because white people put an emphasis on it. I think that this is something that has, it's a continuance. It's been doing that since almost the beginning of time, and I don't think it's going to stop. I don't think it is, let me say it this way. I think it is an animalistic nature. Sometimes you prefer to choose violence, whether it's consciously or unconsciously. It's just a natural thing. So, but yeah, I know professional white men, Asian men, and also allow me to say that I have been on sets, red carpets, backstage, and whether you guys know it or not, there are fights that break out. People smack each other, arguments, rumble tussles that happen even amongst the same professional people that Will Smith hangs out with. So.
All right, you still name dropping. Okay, so tell me, you been to the Grammys? Like what red carpets you been on? What you talking about?
I done been on a few, and they all usually are around film, theater.
So you've been at the Golden Globes?
Yes.
On the
Yes,
red carpet. Okay. All right. What
so
did you do that got you in that circle? Just curious. Like, what were you? Are you connected in the industry? Some, you know.
I deal in arts and entertainment where I do writing, I do things behind the set, I control cameras sometimes, I do filming and editing. So it gives me a chance to be able to go and, be amongst different stuff, especially since, there's people who will like me and be like, oh, she's one not to really tell your business. She's not into the drama. She's not going to be trying to snitch on nobody. So I get called into like different areas where I've been blessed to be around. Other celebrities.
All right. So. All right, cool. All right.
Let me answer the thing real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think our community is just like any other community. It's just at the end of the day, I think our ladies like to see the violence a little bit more. But we're the ones who are going to pay the biggest price out of all the races.
I agree.
So all the other people hide behind, and plus, in all honesty, people try that with people that they could feel like they could beat. He ain't finna walk on stage with Dwayne Johnson. You know what you just say? Not finna happen. People do this. I'm gonna protect my woman at all costs. When mini me smack her on the butt or something, it's like, I'm gonna protect my woman at all costs. But it's not. When Mike Tyson smacks her, it's like, but you want to protect her? Nah, I'm good, Mike. I'm good. We out of here. It's a farce. Some of our ladies just like to see the violence. And unfortunately, fellas, I wouldn't tell you to take up on that, because if you get beat and you 0-1, it's over. It's it.
Those words are true. They don't really care about your ass whooping. It's like something primitive, just like, oh, you're no longer a protector. I don't care if it was a valid intent, I don't care if David took on Goliath, for my behead, or the romantic gesture, They're gonna say like, you just a nigga that got your ass whooped, and that's pretty much it. Now it's dry now.
Yeah, women on the panel, keep it real. Your man get into a fight in a situation, he just get his ass whooped real bad. You ain't gonna break up with him that day, but you're gonna do like a slow, gradual breakup with him. You're gonna stretch out the breaking up with him for like 3 months, so he won't know it's because he got his ass whooped. Tell the truth. Go ahead, Brenda.
No. No, because
all right, so she said
that
yes.
one moment.
All right, go ahead, Jackie Jack. Go. What you doing?
If he started it and he gets his if he started it,
he's gonna be reminded for the rest of his life.
She gave it a 6-month stretch.
All right, that's a yes.
Exactly.
Okay. That's a yes. All right, Jada LaRue, feminine melanin. What you got? Go ahead.
I'm standing beside him, so. Y'all gotta remember, I date men who are dorks and stuff like that too, quote unquote, the dorks, the nerds. So I
shout out to the nerds.
I can expect that they might get beat up if they do something. So it's possible, but I'm still standing beside him. I still like
there supporting him.
Hold on. What if he gets beat up by another nerd that you thought he could take?
Nerds are bulking up now. They're learning how to fight.
You hit me with something interesting. Now that would be interesting. I don't know. I'm not breaking up with somebody because they got beat up. I'm not doing that. Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
You just gonna bring it up to him later. Next time y'all have an argument, he try to get live with you. You ain't get loud like that a month ago.
Well, no, I do think
no, it's very. Yeah.
She brings up a good point. I do feel that we're not held to the same standard. As a nerd, we're not held to the same standard. Now, if you are, if you like this, set tripping gangster nigga, you are held to a standard. And it's like she got with you for protection. So there is that. I don't think that we're held to that same criteria. I don't think that Chris Rock is losing any pussy because he's not held to that criteria. Now, if he was held to that criteria, then yeah, that's different. Because okay, so I was with this chick, right? And you remember that guy that used to say, "I'm Tyrone," and I'm gonna fuck somebody's wife.
Yeah.
Well, people say, I don't agree, but people say that he punked out on that fight with Big Broly. And
yeah.
And the chick I was with at the time said the only reason to get with a guy like that is for protection. And look at how he's acting. So keep in mind, it would be okay in my case, but it was not okay for I'm Tyrone, and I want to fuck your wife. It wasn't okay for him to punk out. Like it wasn't. So yeah, it's a different criteria. So she brings up a good point. Jada brings up she brings up a good point.
Thank you.
Look at January Man says now they date nerds.
Oh, for
Well,
sure.
I mean, what does that mean?
January Man, I quote unquote the nerds, the guys that don't get into all of that. They don't hang out in certain spaces. They don't incite. They don't try to
look smart.
Yeah, like they know how to fight battles intelligently. They have emotional intelligence. Some of them, because there are some crazy nerds. But it's just the way that I like a certain type of man. So,
I mean, listen, okay, I ain't no woman, but there's a certain type of nerd that has a certain type of appeal. It's not the nerd that just look like he just like he hunched over and frail, and if you just tap him, he gonna fall apart. I mean, it's like it's like it's not the stereotype nerd. There's a. I mean, nerds are kind of evolving. I'll say that. I'll say that. I'll say that. I'll say that. The Naked Truth by Annette in the building. You got the email. You're supposed to be up here, but I think she actually making sense right now. She making sense right now. She said, "Hi everyone. Gosh, professional men don't fight. I agree with that. They try to de-escalate in every way, any way that they can first, but then when they have to, if they have to, they do what they have to do. But ideally, that ain't the first way to go about it. But says professional men don't fight. They will lose their professional credibility. Not sure which professional men she is hanging with. Oh, she coming at you, Jayla. Look, and that be coming for your neck. That was directed towards you, Jada LaRue.
Yeah.
She I don't know what it is.
And I don't know why she made the statement. I said
hold on, real quick. And Sexy Red, I think that's cap with you. But email me. I wanted to get you on this show because I need somebody more absurd than Annette on here. So so email me. I was trying to get you on here. Give me an email so I can have it, so I can give you the link when I put these panels together. You have to be on camera though. I don't know if you can't filter a camera for 3 hours, but anyway. All right. I'm just playing. But all right. But no, email me for real. Who's talking? I'm sorry.
I think the worst nerd is Screech from Saved by the Bell. I think that's like the worst depiction of nerd. As far as like posture and being extremely frail. And
what's his name? Urkel. I think Urkel would be the epitome for me.
Urkel can turn into Stefan, but Screech, he can only be Screech. Like,
well, I mean, Screech looked better later in life.
No, he didn't.
He just needed to hit some weights, in my opinion.
Yeah, he looked a little better when he got older.
No, he didn't. Dustin Diamond has always been. He was on that celebrity weight loss thing. He always been out of shape in some way, shape, or form.
He's like skinny fat.
Yeah, he's skinny. Like he has skinny arms with a fat belly. Like he is the worst of both worlds. He's never been like Mario Lopez always looked like he was 24, but like Screech just yeah.
Now, I think Urkel, without Urkel having a whole major life-changing chemical reaction, I think Urkel, if he was to be the way that he was growing through life, he was not going to change from being who he actually was. If we're talking about the actual Urkel character, I mean, he walked a certain way. He was a stalker. He sweet in nature, however that nature may be, but he reminded me of somebody that would stalk me and would not take no for an answer, and I'd be nervous. So
I just think it's so much
Well,
harder
Screech was
for a
stalking
black man to be
Lisa
like
Turtle.
super nerdy.
was he stalking Lisa Turtle?
He stalked Lisa Turtle, yeah.
See, I don't remember
I
Saved by
remember
the
him
Bell.
showing up at her house all the time, unwelcome, and I don't remember all of
Well,
that.
he didn't live next door, but like he was just hovering around her. She wasn't interested. You know, she was way prettier than he was handsome. She wanted Zach, but Zach didn't mess with black chicks, and that's the whole dynamic. And he did that every season.
Edward Anderson has introduced to the conversation that you are giving Screech a pass because he is white.
I think so too.
No, absolutely not. No, I'm not
the other way around.
This could be the case. This is something that we notice in this space. It could be confirmation bias, but it could be absolutely 100% true that sometimes when you see a black woman with a white dude, he looks like a type of white dude that if you just took the same type or archetype of a guy and just painted him black, ain't no way in hell she would be with him. But then the counter argument would be, oh, well, what is he providing for her? But then when the educated Lane, Pookie, and Ray Ray thing was going on, the men who said they educated, they got money, they could provide, and it was like, yeah, but you don't got swag, you can't get the pussy wet. But then flip it around when they give it to white dude who can, got an education, good job, and can provide. It don't matter about if he got all that swag and get the pussy wet. So that's what it looked like you're doing with Screech and Steve Urkel, giving Screech a pass and not giving Urkel a pass. It's okay for a white dude to just be a nerd and be smart and monetize his intelligence, but a black dude do the same thing. Yeah, but you still don't, you don't arouse me. That's something that we've said in this space, and I think you are being charged up with being a manosphere trope and stereotype.
Yeah.
No, that's not what it is. This one instance doesn't mean it's the whole bundle. So no, that's not.
When I think I caught you lying, I zoom in.
No, I mean I do think that most people can reasonably say that Jaleel White was a handsomer man than Dustin Diamond. And
I will agree.
So, but you're saying that he's the worst of the two. That's what I'm saying.
For me, now maybe I need to watch the shows again.
And that might be a race thing.
Growing up as a kid, I looked at it as Urkel was always showing up at their house. It's clear they didn't want him there. He was doing different stuff.
It was integral to the plot of the show that he show up at the house unannounced without knocking. I mean, give him a pass on that one. Dang. That was part of the. It was written into the script.
Character.
I get it. Both of them were characters, but if you ask me which character I would rather deal with, I would rather deal with the character. Seemingly for me, I would rather deal with the character that didn't show up at my house, and I would prefer that. It has nothing to do with color.
But Nerd Zaddy could show up.
I didn't hear you.
Nerd Zaddy. Nerd Zaddy could show up. Screech could be Nerd Zaddy at your house, and it's all good. They were all high schoolers, right?
What's a nerd daddy?
Nerd Zaddy.
What is he?
They were all in high school as characters. So high school kids show up at people's house all the time.
No, not my way.
Not unannounced.
It was Chicago. He would have got
he
shot.
lived next door.
Right. I think you just like Nerd Zaddy. I think you got a picture of Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates somewhere on that wall somewhere. And,
no,
that's my boo.
I would not say that I haven't dated outside of my race before, but I definitely choose black men more. Some people say it's because I like dark skin more, but whatever the case may be.
So
do you pick black nerds more?
But I said that Urkel looked better. Did you? I said that, right? Urkel looked better to me.
Jesus.
You say what? I didn't hear you.
Yeah. See. Okay. Look at Urkel's neck and look at Screech's neck. Urkel got a haircut. What Screech got? He looked like a razor that's
papered up. His fade is the high top fade, a little perfectly well trimmed, shaped, and even, and
matching
shoulders,
suspenders.
look at him.
Better.
Shoulders back, suspenders matching. Like Urkel, he had it going on, man. Y'all was tripping.
I said Urkel looked better. Y'all try to make it seem like I say from the beginning that Urkel looked better. Y'all ain't gonna change the narrative. Urkel looked better. He just was a bit more scarier to me.
He is not Pennywise. He's just a nerd. He got stripes.
Hey, somebody said it though. Urkel got Myron. Screech didn't get anybody.
Yeah, good point.
That's true.
He was able to pull Myron. And
I remember Myra's character, but wasn't she a little kooky too?
Yeah, but
She's
you,
Hey, hold on, wait,
you
real quick, y'all. I barely hold on. Listen,
like I think Urkel could pull you now. You got the Myra hairstyle going on. I think he could pull you. You go polka dancing with Steve Urkel.
wait, hold on, real quick. See, I don't remember Saved by the Bell as much. I mean, I used to watch it, but it's out of my mind. Was Screech actually smart for real?
He was smart in the sense that he got good grades. He was smart for a high school student, but Urkel, he built like teleporters and he built time machines and he cloned himself with the cool DNA out and stuff like that. So he's a better nerd than Screech, who just got really good grades.
I think so. All right. The last question that I had asked before we keep getting off the rails, anybody want to tackle that one about whether or not we have a primitive view of protection, whereas other people don't? Anybody want to?
I'm sorry, say the question again.
Well, no, LAR answered it best in my opinion. You know, and that is LAR basically was saying that black women want a little bit more aggression out of black men. It's not that black men are particularly different. It's just that in certain situations where a woman would call her man off and like, no, don't do that, or encourage him not to, black women would encourage like, full go. Because there was this big ass white dude, right? I was at the casino and his girl was fine. But more important than that, she was lucky. Meaning that when she was there, I was hitting on the blackjack table. And then when he was there, I was losing. And it got to the point where, and he thought I was pushing up on her, but I wasn't. I was enjoying her company because she was lucky as hell, right? So then I started feeling my hand go down. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then I turn around and this big ass John Cena nigga is hovering over me. And I'm like, look, please, you messing up my luck. And he just kept doing that. And I was young. I didn't realize that the nigga wanted to fight. And she was keeping him off of me. Like, I didn't know that's what was going on. But I get the feeling that if this was a black chick, we'd be outside the casino fighting over the fact that I like her company because she's lucky.
Right. All right. I'm fishing for other questions. I do got a list of questions that I got here, and I'm trying to find a good one. So y'all gotta bear with me here while I'm trying to pull up more questions. But if anybody got any other general closing thoughts on this particular point or topic, anybody can go ahead and jump in on that as I transition us to the next phase in this. Anybody got anything?
I think there's a cultural difference just from seeing people's reaction on social media. Like a lot of the black women are like cheering this on, like him doing that, and other people that are not black are the ones that just like, that was wrong. He shouldn't have done that. So I think it's a cultural thing. I think there's a difference.
Yeah, I agree. We're encouraged to violence, and then later in life they say, oh, they're all in jail. Why are black men in jail? It's like, well,
you put them there.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, we
put them there.
we do it for the name of you,
For the honor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you see, and that's why it's really this is a hard question, but LAR actually put it out a lot better. But the thing is, with me, I guess my thought process is, what are you fighting for? Now, going back to the Oscar, Will was fighting for love, but does love actually fight, or does it actually
Why do you think he was fighting for love?
Right.
Well, that's what he said.
I will grant that he loved her, but that he loved her. But I don't
he has
think
to
he was
justify
fighting
his
for love.
fight, but we can't use love at all, because why would you put somebody in jail if you love them? And then, according to LAR's story, that woman testified against that person. So I think half of the time, whenever we do resort to violence, especially in our community, it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary.
I'm not sure if I thought it was love, but I thought it was interesting that he made that a part of his speech in a ways, which I might add, because of his speech, I started to question if it was even real or not, just because in the instance that he walked up there, first time I ever watched it, when he walked up there, I was confused on why Chris called him Richard, which is like a reference to King Richard, right? So what made you even fathom to say, oh, here come Richard? Like, what was that about? But I was just like, ooh, but no, that smack is real. So I'm not sure if they thought this was a good moment to try and win people or change a narrative. I don't know what they thought.
But doesn't that speak to
think.
what we were just saying as a cultural thing? Because why would they even think that's a good idea to do that stunt?
Right.
Exactly.
But that's
and especially
wondering about that. I think I think it's weird that would have went that way for that. And if the Oscars set that up, then that was foolish, because it ended up being different from what it's supposed to have been, was a joke on Will Smith. He went off script and did the joke about Jada instead. And so I'm wondering if maybe there was a skit and Will Smith went up there still in the motion of being angry that he adjusted it to his wife, or was it just naturally real and I don't know, Freudian slip? I don't know.
Here's the irony about that. Richard was getting smacked around in the movie trying to protect his daughter. So, like, I'm just like Richard. Well, it was, and Richard only got fly with the white folks, who he felt like he could beat up. The hood dudes, he was like, it's like, Will, protect him. Is it about love? Nah. Is it about alopecia? Nah. No. It's just Chris Rock was a soft target to get all of your frustrations out publicly. Mm-hmm. He was.
The slap heard around the world. That's actually
Chris Rock got a chin on him. He took it. He ain't no bruising. He's just like, all right, I just got smacked by Will. Will need to work on his hands. He didn't play Ali. He should have had a better slap than that.
Hold on.
Why not a punch? Why did the slap?
The slap looked good in fast motion. It's only when you pause it do it look real bent wristed. Like that's it's only when you pause it. In fast motion it was a good slap.
That's true. You slow motion anything and you'll find a frame that's not really slap.
Right. No, I feel like that should have been a moment to show how Black men should be protecting their women in that aspect over something like that. I mean, there's many other times where there could have been a smack given, if there was going to be a smack, not inciting. Just say if there was going to be, there's many other things that men could smack somebody else over. This right here, I don't know. The speech was just like, I don't buy that. I don't buy suddenly you're for love and protection, or I shouldn't say suddenly, because that is his character. That's his nature. But suddenly this is why, and it overwhelmed you, and that's what you feel. I didn't like that. If you were going to give an apology, give the apology and say thanks for the award, et cetera, et cetera. Don't try to make it about
back to that situation.
Yeah, that was like really corny to me. It was real fake, and it was like, so now we look like a fool.
Yep, and now we're like, all right, so this is how we're being represented. But that's why whenever I was listening to yesterday's show, Bernard's show, whenever it's just Will, it was just Will. Gladly, Chris Rock didn't, react back in the same manner, and so now it became just him. Like he needs therapy. I mean, the way he reacted, at the end of the day, we don't know what was going on mentally with him. But ultimately, if it was a part of the act, I mean, my significant other kind of justified. We're like, all right, it looks like it was all an act, like. And so, if it was part of the act, why two black men?
Yeah, why did he?
Exactly.
I don't think it was an act. I think that was.
Yeah, I think it was
I think Will Smith. Yeah, I think Will Smith got his issues. But Hood Service just sent me a video with Dr. Umar Johnson. I think he's talking about the incident. This should be interesting. I normally don't play clips that I haven't seen, but I'll give this one a go. But Naked Truth by Annette Worldviews in the building. And moderators, I think y'all been slipping on your pimping today. Come on, I want to see links in the chat room, even though I got some links that y'all don't have. But yeah, I know y'all got LAR in a Game Changer link at least. I do want to see those links in the chat room. Some of y'all probably got Jada LaRue links, so I want links out there, but I gotta put the other ones out there for y'all to get them. But the Naked Truth by Annette's Worldviews. Shout out to Annie in the building. Says protection should never involve violence. Just walk away. Live to fight another day. My man is no use to me dead. I tell my sons the same. Period. Right on, Annette. Annette like to make sense when she's not on the panel, but as soon as she get up here, she just go crazy.
No, she's good.
she making sense through the super chat. So shout out to her. Shout out to Jackie's Retro. I don't think I read this one. She says, "How manly is slapping a man and then turning your back on him to give him the ultimate advantage?" Well, one could argue that that's a manly alpha move. Like, I know you ain't gonna do nothing, but then again, it was a situation where he knew he wasn't gonna do nothing because it's the outrageous nature of attacking somebody. On if he did that in the green room, just slapped him and turned his back and didn't look back, then okay, then you could say that he did something. But to do that in front of all those cameras where you know he probably not gonna do nothing, then you ain't really done nothing right there. But EJ in the building says cutting ass and cracking jokes are normal in the black community, regardless of people's situation. That needs to be addressed. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. And Ed says, Bernard Riley asked them what they think about what Jim Carrey said. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they have no freaking clue what Jim Carrey said.
No, I actually do. And I agree with Jim Carrey.
100%
yeah, I agree with
too.
Jim Carrey. Yeah.
Okay, what Jim Carrey say? I don't know.
Well, Jim Carrey basically was like, it's not cool. He didn't appreciate the way apparently he was there. He didn't appreciate the way people were clapping when Will gave his speech and everything. It's like, because he's a comedian too. It's like, this is a joke. Everybody agree. Oh, and I did a video on it. Check it out. O.J. Simpson had something to say on it.
Man, OJ need to not weigh in on nothing. Like, we don't need to know what you think about this, OJ, especially anything involving violence.
Right.
OJ Simpson.
Well, no, but he had a good point. He's saying that every comedian on the planet had something to say, had an OJ joke, and he wanted to slap some of them.
No, he wanted to stab some of them.
Yeah.
Same difference. We just bypass that.
But I'm just saying, in that instance, I'm not going to say anything about anything else, but in that instance, he showed restraint.
I ain't never
Even
stabbed
OJ
nobody
has
when I
restraint.
got mad.
Right. Okay, but here's my thought on what Jim Carrey said then. I thought the golden rule that we were supposed to have been going by is to detach, or what do you guys be saying? Like, detach the art from the artist.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's what we were supposed to have been doing, because there were many other people who should have like or not should, but that they were saying, you know, their awards should be taken and da 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 da. But people were like, well, you know, separate the art from the artist and keep it moving. So I don't know. That's
No,
my.
I think the problem is he justified it in his speech.
Yeah.
That's why
That's
he
why
didn't
he did it. That was the
Yeah, that was my problem. I was like, that was
Right.
that. Okay.
And the fact that
Yeah.
he used love and then the devil, I was like, oh, Lord Jesus.
Yeah, he
Jesus,
used
therapy.
God, the devil,
Like, I was like, you're
love,
gonna use everything except to
Denzel
my
Washington,
bad.
the girls that was in the movie. He used everybody as
No
a shield
accountability.
to hide what he did. Yeah, he was
I
on
did
some
it for
bull.
my wife.
Yeah, that
Didn't
part
use that.
bothered me. So that's where I was bothered at, you know.
Yeah,
You
did it
know,
for the culture, for you, everything.
We
the
didn't ask you to
gram.
do
Yeah,
it.
he was grandstanding.
Yeah.
you know, there are black men who got awards taken from them for less. Like, let's just be honest. Like,
What was
I
that?
think what he did.
Give an example, please, if you don't mind.
Reggie Bush.
What did Reggie Bush do, and then why was his awards taken away?
Took a suit or something. Took some money or something like that. No Heisman. That's why he doesn't have a Heisman.
No
Award.
Heisman. I remember that.
You talking
That's
about?
That's why OJ's in jail. They took his Heisman. You know, he didn't go to jail for stabbing somebody. He went to jail for getting his Heisman back from a hotel. People have taken awards for less. What he basically did was kind of like an Oscar version
against the board, right? So he took monies as like a high school or college kid or something like that, and it came back to bite him.
Yeah.
But that's against the rules. So for the Oscars, I'm not sure if they have a rule, and that's probably why they have so many. They're taking so long to figure out what it is that they should indeed do. So
they probably don't have it specifically in their protocol that you can't slap the host after a joke you don't like. However, it got to be written. There's a code of conduct in there that have to include that don't include slapping somebody. And so
Indeed. So there are people who have fought. There are people who have hit people on the red carpet. There are people who have fought backstage, and they have not taken theirs. So that was something that I was talking about yesterday. Like, they haven't taken theirs. So I'm not sure if they are going to take it as serious. At most, they're probably going to make him pay some fees to the Academy. That's the most that I can think they're probably going to do. I don't think they're going to.
Honestly, I don't want to see him lose his award. I mean, it would make a big statement if he did, but I'd rather see him keep it. I mean, whatever. I'm not tripping. I'm not in the
if he keeps it, we have to reward everybody else then back.
That's what I'm trying to get at. Like,
it's all a non-principle.
All right, go ahead.
I don't think he should lose it, but I know Ron Artest and Steven Jackson is somewhere, and Jermaine O'Neal like, really? I mean, I got more than that.
Yeah. It's like
it's in the rules. Look, if you break a rule, you got to get punished for it. But
slapping a host is against the rules. It's got to be against the rules.
It's no bigger celebrity privilege than that. Anybody hit anybody, the security is going to come to apprehend that person who hit somebody. Like, to be able to do that, that's just that was just crazy. Like, he literally could have been escorted out of there, and the award, it could have been stripped on site. You know, him getting that award. But anyway,
I'm very surprised they didn't kick him out. I know they called him to the back and had a discussion, but I was like, so he wasn't asked to leave? But I wondered if that's because Chris Rock I don't know if this is what he said, but maybe Chris Rock was like, look, I'm okay with it, you know, whatever. I don't know. That's a far reach, but I was very surprised he was not sent home. So
yeah, but all right. Let's see what Dr. Umar talking about. I have no idea what this is going to say. Hood Servative sent this to me, and I have no idea why. So he probably, hopefully, it's on topic.
Maybe Will Smith was not necessarily the ideal person to do it. Maybe Chris Rock's joke was not necessarily the best occasion for it to happen, but it happened nonetheless. It happened nonetheless.
Hold on. Joke. Is occasion a word?
Well, what's his face? What does his face look like that?
That's just his face. He wake up like that. All right. Occasion. Just listen. I don't know if occasion is a word.
Was not necessarily the best occasion for it to happen,
but it happened nonetheless. It happened nonetheless. And I am glad that white America saw a black man stand up for his woman in public. I wish it wasn't Chris Rock because I respect him. I wish it wasn't Chris Rock because I respect him. But I'm going to tell you here and now, ain't nobody going to tell me that there's a place and a time to respect the honor of a black woman. Ain't nobody going to tell me there's a place and a time in order to uphold the dignity of a black woman. Ain't nobody going to tell me after all the black women been raped, all the black women been sterilized, all the black women been beat down, all the black women been kidnapped and raped and stolen and tortured and hanged. I'll be damned if anybody going to tell a black man that he ain't got a right to defend his woman wherever, however, and whenever. I said wherever, however, and whenever. I said wherever, however, and whenever. And any black man who wants to make excuses for the disrespect of a black woman, you ain't no damn man. And any black woman who wants to defend the disrespect of another black woman, I would dare not call you a woman as well. I would dare not call you to be a queen, because every black woman is a symbol of all black women, and every black man is a symbol of all. I would dare not consider you to be a queen, because every black woman is a symbol of all black women, and every black man is a symbol of all black men. We represent the all. There is no me without the we. So we need to be careful as African people falling into these traps that allow members of our family to be tortured, disrespected, insulted, and humiliated by white folks. Chris Rock made the joke, but the joke was for white folks. Judge Ketanji Brown being insulted by the Senate, that was for white folks. How dare we condone black women being insulted for the pleasure of white folks?
All right.
White folks come into this.
Say that.
That was the weirdest. So where did white folks
went
come
to church
into it? For one, but for two, why did he say you're not a man? And then, but when it came to women, he was like, I dare not say. I dare not say.
He's not trying to.
I dare not say that you're not a woman. I dare not. I didn't say that you're not. I just said I dare not say it. I dare not say that. Like, you notice this? I mean, that really represents how henpecked these hotep types are. It's all about the woman.
Hold on, we gotta stop the show. We gotta stop the show because Ike just came through and dropped 500. You must have heard me when I said KD like the biggest supporter in this space. You just said, "Oh hell to the nah." They ain't letting me get nobody else props in here. Shout out to Big Ike.
Calamity hit we any moment. What's a pity? Tomorrow never certain. What was behind the curtain? The face of evil. Evil will make advances. Pick up your sword and lances and be sure to take your stances. Victory.
We had to stop the show for Ike. Had to stop the show, man. Appreciate you, Ike. I'll be actually meeting Ike in person in Philly coming up in June. So yeah, shout out to Ike. Shout out to Ike. Go ahead,
Ike in person. You're not missing nothing.
Oh.
I thought when I seen Ike, he was gonna be like, "Hey, here's a $500 super chat in real life." I thought that was gonna happen.
But did he at least pick up the tab? Did he?
Oh no, he picked up the tab.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you for the super chat.
But go ahead, GC. You was building towards something. I just had to stop the show for a second. But go ahead.
Oh no, was it? I was just saying. He was saying you are not a man, but he was aggressively saying you're not a man, but he was real passive to say, I dare not say you're not a woman. I dare not say. It kind of reminds me of that scene from Players Club when he was like to Jamie Foxx's character, he was like, "You fired," and then no, he said to Diamond, he was like, "Diamond, you fired." And then he said to Jamie Foxx, he was like, "Your service is not needed either." It was just like a whole difference in the way that he he behaved when he was talking about black women, because he want to be careful not to insult black women, because he just encouraged a bunch of men to go around slapping men who say something about black women.
Yeah, see that's the thing with this, you know. People are on some nothing should be done in public to disrespect the black woman in any way, shape, or form. A man just got slapped in the damn face. It's like, but it's like I don't know how they hold those two thoughts in their head. Even when Will Smith gave his speech, and I pointed this out in my live stream that I got taken down, when he was like, you know, you have to take and have to put up with, you know, so much abuse. You know, he was like, people are going to abuse you. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, Chris Rock knows that very well. God damn it! Like, how you gonna abuse somebody, then put it in your speech about people abusing you? It's like, come on, man. It's like I don't know how they hold those two thoughts in their head, but it's a reoccurring theme. I was about to do a reaction video to Derek Jackson talking about this whole event. I still might do it. I actually recorded it, but I may not even put it out. I may not edit it and put it out there. I mean, I don't really feel like I don't really feel like prolonging this out any longer, because I already got like three videos in the bag on it, and this is technically one, even though it was the idea was to talk around it, but we ended up talking about it. So I may let it die. But
well, somebody said something interesting.
What?
It says, hold on, let me see if I can find it again. Well, basically, Dr. Umar was over exaggerating what he considered disrespect to black women. You know, like Chris Rock, that wasn't really disrespect to black women, but
yeah.
I mean, but that's what happens when you have these types that go off of what they think. If they consider it, anything they consider disrespect is disrespect. So, you know, and because his entire platform and really his bread and butter is pandering to their feelings, you know, he's going to say, oh, if they felt that way, then it must be disrespect. Listen, just because a person feel wronged, that doesn't make them right. You know, people can interpret anything as disrespect.
Right. Based on what they're triggered by.
Yeah.
It kind of goes back to what y'all said earlier. See, Umar believes there was a signal given the way he's talking. He know this is what you're supposed to do. If your woman feels disrespected, you know what I'm saying? If her lining ain't sharp enough, you got to go smack somebody. Like this, he believes stuff like this, but got to ask the question. Does he believe this about people that might smack him back, though? See, Umar is the same thing I'm thinking about Will. It's a lot of rappers in Philly that just disrespected black women. I don't think he's pulling up on any of
them. I agree.
It's true. Right. It's true. Ice Cube came out with a song called "A Bitch Is a Bitch," and I don't think that Umar is smacking him up anytime soon.
No.
And
no. That's part of the fakeness of it.
Yeah.
It's part of equality.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Even with equality, should men smack women who disrespect women? Should Megan Thee Stallion get smacked up now? Or city girls get smacked up now? Like, you know,
or Cardi
act
B
up, get smacked up, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's like no jokes can be made about black women. That's more or less what he's saying and what he's getting at. And American Negro, also, I didn't mean to time you out. I meant to just delete your comment, but it ended up manifesting itself in a timeout. So you didn't do nothing horribly wrong. I did just want to delete your comment. That's all. Not that big of a deal. It's just something I'd rather not be said. but go ahead.
Well, I mean, stuff like this also makes life harder for black women because, like, they're no fun. Like, you can't really invite them to places and tell a friendly joke without fear of repercussions. Like, it's already like that in the workspace. You can't really say anything funny, you know, in the workspace because they might get offended and they might take it to HR or something like that, you know. So it's already that, like, they're less invited to functions where company people are involved, but it's not a company sanctioned functions. Like everybody got to go to Buffalo Wild Wings. You know, you got to invite the people that you would rather not have. Like they're already not invited to the ones where like, hey, let's go get a drink after work, GC. They're not invited because they're likely to get offended because they can't get offended and, you know, and just cause trouble. So they're taking that to other venues. They're taking that to like, listen, you're just no fun. You can't take a joke, you know. So, I mean, you could joke about others, but you can't really take a joke. It's just no fun to be around. That's what Will did, and what Dr. Umar said is reinforcing that, making it, you know.
Right.
Edward Anderson says black men are not safe around black women because violence is as close as their BS feelings. Shout out to Edward Anderson. Shout out to. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say hypersensitive is the word.
Yeah.
It's adding to the reputation that they're hypersensitive.
Yeah. Silver in the middle of Super Chat. He says, ain't this the same guy put on child support by a black woman and have to fight a black woman to see his kids? Yep, he did tell that story on how, she basically put him through the ringer of you know. Well, I forgot the exact details, but it was mainly over access to his kids. She had him on like some supervised visits at her mama's house or some stuff like that, like once a month or something like that. And he was trying to get more time. It wasn't even about the child support. It was about access. And so, yeah, a lot of people get that part confused. Or I think he may have just said, screw it and quit paying for a kid that she was jerking him around about seeing or something like that. I don't know, but it was some nonsense. The Naked Truth in the building, Annette's World Views says her family is related to Ike's family in Nigeria.
No, it's not. No, it's not. She just saying that because she wants some damn money. How you gonna look at and say our family is related?
Aaron coming strong.
That what the hell was that? You looked at Ike and said, "Oh, our family. How are your family related to each other, but you not?" Like, come on, we're kind of related. My family is related to your family. We're not related. No,
he was like Tupac in Poetic Justice. You saw that $5 super chat. You was like, cousin.
Oh yeah.
that's Oh man. I was supposed to be switching gears and going into a whole nother topic, but okay, the other topic that I was going to go into a little lighter because I was writing down topics for when we do these right here. One of them gets completely off topic, which is good because I am about done talking about the Slapgate and the whole thing. With men and women, the concept of men and women actually being friends, men and women actually be friends for real in real life. Do y'all think that that's possible? I got my views on that, but I'm gonna throw it around the room and think see what y'all think about that. Do y'all think that men and women can actually be friends? And Jada's cap level been a little higher today, so I'm gonna start with her because
Why it gotta be like that?
I'm just playing.
I know. I can take a joke, so it's okay. All right. So in my thoughts, I believe that men and women can be friends somewhat. I don't know how to exactly word it because I can be friends with a man and I'm not doing anything with him and all of that. But I am for sure if I called him and said that I wanted him to come and do some things to me, he would do it. So does that mean we're friends anymore? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like in that instance. But if I don't cross that line, then we continue to be friends because that's the way I stated. So does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that if men knew for sure that they could get it, you know what I'm saying, that they were going to be friends. Or I'll give you an instance. It was a woman who kept saying that she was my man's friend, and she made it just like it kept saying. I said, no, I'm my man's friend. You are the chick over here on the side that's hoping to get with my man. It's a whole big difference. I see your mannerisms. I see what you're doing. It's a difference. Whereas I'm your man's friend because there's nothing that's ever going to happen. So you know what I'm saying? Like that's the way my mind be thinking. Hello there, Annette.
I didn't know I was on. I just got
you're already on the screen.
I just got back. Hi guys.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Glad you could make it.
Didn't like my answer. Here we go. What we got, sis?
Yeah, she came up just because she didn't like what you said.
Down.
I will start beef.
I'm
Came up with the smoke.
I'm related to the Ogamens. You can ask him. So anyway,
Yeah, we believe you. We believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, thanks for letting me join. I just literally ran in. I'm like, I've got to say something.
All right. Okay. Well, you got to say something about what we on right now, or what you was hearing before.
What I was hearing before to do with protection, the reason why I disagreed with Jada is that most people who are professional that we know, like finance, they've got a certificate, they've got licenses to protect. Law, if you ever have a criminal record, you can't practice law anymore. Doctors, the same. So these guys have a reason not to ever want to get into any fights. So that's why I said I don't know what kind of professional people you're talking about. Because the minute you have
professional as Will Smith, though, right? Because he was considered a professional, whether he went off tangent or not, he's considered a professional. So
you get from other races who are in business and who are professional. No, they don't. Somebody was just telling me.
I didn't say everybody do, though.
Most don't. Like 90% don't get into fights because they've got their reputation.
They have a lot to lose.
Exactly. But before you said there's none, but actually you just admitted now there is a percentage that do. So some do. I didn't say none of them. I just said some of them do.
They do it the same. No, they don't. And I wouldn't advise any man to get into any fight because I've seen people get killed. In Nigeria, maybe not in the UK, but in Nigeria, I've seen like robbers stop a car with a man and his wife, and you start arguing with them before you know they've shot you, you're dead, you argue later. And it's always if you're in any danger, if we're in and suck it up our way out of the situation and then think about it later, unless you're pushed to or them.
Borgin.
Yeah, she's going in and out a little bit.
Yeah, you Borgin bad. And for some reason, your video, yeah, she froze right now. Yeah, for some reason you Borgin.
Am I froze?
Yeah, you're freezing, and your video, like check the bars on your internet. It might be lower than normal because like even your picture.
I'll use a different computer and look back on.
Okay, all right, yeah, all right. Well, yeah, just back out and come back.
Yeah,
but when she comes back, apparently I was wrong. Apparently her family is related to Ike family. So
yeah,
my bad on that. It did kind of seem like like $500 super chat.
Cousin. All right. Go ahead. Okay. We'll circle back. We'll circle back to the previous question, or to the question that I asked about men and women being friends. All right. I'm gonna go to LAR. What you think about that question, or you can just respond directly to Jada because I had some responses to that one, But go ahead, LAR.
Yeah, it can happen. I've been a friend zone veteran before, but most of my friends have been friends with benefits too. So as long we can be friends, but mostly friends with benefits.
No. I wasn't talking about the
that's
benefits.
Still friends.
I wasn't talking about that.
I know.
We talking about that. We talking about that other stuff that Jada was talking about.
I mean, when you're younger, you could be friends.
When like 5 years old.
8.5.
Okay.
But as you age, you go, it's like, hey, we friends, but you getting kind of thick though. It happens, but some people I ain't gonna lie, some people are cool to have friends just because they're of maybe what they do for a living, their occupation. There's some female friends I have that I didn't actually do anything with, but like I said, they're useful people. for other things outside of that. But mostly, no, I mean, and ladies, y'all know it too. This the dude that y'all get to move y'all refrigerator and fix y'all car. He trying to, you know what I'm saying? He trying to power drive something. Y'all know that. And y'all got him in a glass case waiting just for that one day that you broke up with your third boyfriend. You know.
You see, he been in the friend zone. He didn't survive 3 whole boyfriends in that friend zone. And ain't even made it, ain't even got a sniff yet.
Yeah, you got it.
You done been through 3 relationships. He didn't talk her through on the phone 3 whole relationships and they never got close to it.
Here's the cheat code. If you're in the
that's
friend
what
zone,
they call a friend. They will call that a friend.
Look, if you're in the friend zone and you don't want to be there, let her complain and bring over some wine, Moscato, or some strong liquor. And by the end of the night, you will be a best friend with benefits. You know, that's all you need to do. Let her complain and drink. And you will be her new friend.
So can I tell you my friend story?
With benefits?
Your friend story.
My friend story.
Are your families related?
No, not this one. I didn't need the money this time.
What'd she say?
She didn't need the money this time.
Beautiful. We can hear you.
Am I still breaking?
No, you good. You good.
No, you're good.
That was my fault.
Okay. So I had this friend when I was a student nurse. This guy used to come to my house every day. Oh, look at the puppy. Used to come to my house every day.
Okay, Annette, real quick. Okay, you are Borgin again, but wait, hold on. Time out, Annette. You got to get your whole little Marvel origin story together. I just heard that you were a student nurse at one point. Now, previously you said you were a lawyer, so you were a nurse and a lawyer. Like, okay, you got to get your origin story together.
And IT as well.
And IT. So you was a housewife, mother of 4, lawyer, nurse, and IT tech.
And moonlight.
No, IT.
And she's an usher in the church. Yep.
I'm going downstairs. Let me show you. Can you see
the black one?
Hold on, let me blow you up. Hold on, wait, real quick. Okay.
So I have 3 professions.
You got 3 professions. All right.
I've got a restless brain like that.
That's good. That's what's up, Annie. We rock. We can rock with it. We can rock with it.
So this guy was my friend, and he used to come to my house, and almost every day in the nurses' hostel for about 3 months or so. And then my friend said to me, "Is it just your friend, or are you guys doing it?" I'm like, "No, it's just my friend, right?" And he would be there for like 6 hours every day. I said, "No, he's just my friend." And she said to me, "Oh, can I have him then?" I'm like, "Yeah, if you want, you know." So I said to him, "Sam, you know, Manana likes you." And he went, "What, don't you mind?" I'm like, "Why would I mind? We're just friends." He's like, You sure? And I said, "No, I'm sure." So anyway, they started dating, you know, and then like she was so in love with him and everything. And then like a year later, I was like, "Why are you're crazy about this guy? What's wrong with you?" I said, "What is so special about him? What's so special about him? Why are you so crazy about him?" I said, "It's just Dirky Sam. He's just skinny and just quiet." She goes, "Oh, well, he's a monster in the bedroom." I'm like, "What? Really?" I said, "I never tried it." She said to me, "I know you never tried it, because if you did, you wouldn't have passed him on." So
That's true.
I'm not doing anything.
I don't think I needed to hear that story. I'm
just saying you can be friends.
You can be friends. That's what she's proving.
Even if you're spending hours with them.
Okay, we get it from the female end
Am I
that
still-
y'all can be friends, but y'all know damn well the guy actually want to get with you. Yeah, I
I
know
don't know
that.
because
More
he
likely
never
than not.
said anything. He just used to sit there, and then later, like years later, when I asked him, I'm like, Manana told me you were really good in bed. You never said anything to me. He says, why do you think I was in your house every day? And I'm like, what? Just to say,
Why did you even bring it up to your friend's partner that you heard that he was good in bed?
no, they were not. This is years later. She's married to somebody else. I'm married to somebody. We're just talking like years later. And he said, why do you think I was in your house every day? I'm like, why didn't you say anything? Some women need you to be specific, not just sit there.
Especially her mind.
You didn't see the way he
Gotta
leaned
tell her
forward.
exactly what it is.
You didn't see when he was like, he looked beautiful today, and then he whipped it out real quick and then put it back. Like, you ain't see that?
He never did.
I like your hair today. Bow. There you go. You see that?
No,
Like,
he
you
never
did.
Some
LAR,
men.
hold that. Hold on, wait. LAR, hold that dog up. Hold him up. Let me see him.
Oh, that
I
dog
like.
is so good. Oh my
I like
God.
dogs.
Oh.
Okay, what is that?
Yo.
Is that a
Doberman?
I love
That ain't no
that dog.
Doberman. Oh, that's puppy Doberman. Okay, I can't even tell when they puppies. I don't
I
even know what they
love Doberman, so that's
So
why I knew.
Yeah,
So
that's
the
what's up.
moral of the story is, if you want a woman, say
something.
Look what she got froze
because
on.
not women can read the cues.
Okay, real quick, I just wanted to
He was
thank
at
you
your
guys for the
house.
conversation. I don't know if you guys seen it in the back chat, but I have to leave. I had a great time.
Oh yeah.
I appreciated the conversation. I learned some things today. I appreciate y'all. I hope everybody has a great day, and I'll see y'all next time. This is enjoyable. So thanks.
All right. Thank you,
Bye.
Jada. Somebody drop the links in the chat. Drop the links in the chat. I'm struggling. I'm supposed to be getting it, but I'm gonna have everybody links in the description and get it all copy and paste it. But thank you, Jada LaRue. All right. So we've heard y'all know what I assess to be some nonsense. How they're basically saying what we already knew, that yes, we can be friends with a guy that we know he just want to have sex with us, but we just gonna drag it all out. Now what they're doing here is they're not really telling or explaining how they dangle that possibility of, shout out to Alan Roger Curry, how they dangle that possibility of sex over the dude head. How when you see him pulling back when he realized he ain't about to get none, you start texting him a little more. The little church hug, it start to be less space in between the hug. You start doing little stuff like that to pull him back forward. Y'all skipped over and glossed over all that little part of it. But I'm about to go to look at her thinking. Look at her thinking.
No, sometimes some people don't know. Now I know because I'm older. But when I was younger, I really had no clue because I had only brothers, and I just saw all the men as my brothers.
Right on.
Now I know.
The only context that it can work from a guy perspective, in my opinion, is like what LAR was alluding to. Like if it's business or some, if you work in relationship, like it was a chick I was cool with that I worked with, and we was just cool. We was homies because we worked together. We ain't had no choice but to talk, and it just is what it is. But other than that, nah, I say no. But go ahead, Game Changer. You got the mic.
Well, most of my female friends there's several reasons. The short answer is yes, but there's several circumstances. One would be there's a mutual unattraction. She's not physically attracted to me, and I'm not physically attracted to her. But we can be friends. One of my very close friends came about because I'm not particularly her type, and she's not my type either. So
what's wrong with her?
Well, she's really more of the Keisha type stereotype, and she's into hood dudes. She's like my biggest critic of my sweater vest, my dress style. So and that's because. So remember when I tell you, every now and again I go to hood parties and stuff like that, and it would be Bloods there or something, and that's because of her. Like she would be the one to invite me to these parties and ask me to dress different. Like, so, but, So she's that friend. We just
Hold on, wait, time out, Jada. You are dropped down, but your camera is on. Like I saw you walking around. Like you might want to, move that. I mean, I don't know if you wanted me to see that. All right, go ahead.
Let's be friends.
I was about to be. I was about to just do like that real quick and let everybody see what I was seeing, but I was like, oh yeah, no.
Like, we're
Okay.
live.
All right. I'm gonna boot you. I'm gonna boot you off. Just if you come back, just take the link again. But I'm gonna kick you off. I'm gonna kick you from the studio. Just take the link again. You want to come back? All right.
So, and it's funny how we met, and she tell you the story. I'll probably bring her on one day. But it's funny how we met. We met online, but we met because somebody that she was seeing was sleeping with somebody that I was seeing, and she wanted to set the guy up, and I thought the whole ordeal was funny, you know. So, but she was kind of upset, distraught, or what have you. And yeah, we became friends over that.
What the hell do y'all bond over? You and this hood chick? Y'all don't seem like y'all got anything to talk about.
Well, no, I mean we're friends, like, and they call each other from time to time type thing. And she would call and tell her hood stories to me, you know, and I find them.
You're the therapist. Funny. Gotcha. Okay.
I find it interesting, funny, and hilarious sometimes, you know. So yeah, she was interested in one of my friends too, but he was seeing somebody. But so that's one instance where you can be friends with a woman. Another instance would be, for me, would be if the situation is completely inappropriate. Like if she's your sister.
Wait, hold on. Let me make it very clear. So you didn't want to have sex with this woman at all?
No.
If she would have just offered it up to you, you would have said no.
Nah. Like we'll like, okay, true story, right? One day she called me. She's like, hey, GC, what are you doing? I said, I'm measuring my dick. And at that moment, I actually was measuring my dick, right? And
don't tell us how big it was or how.
I'm not going to tell you how big it was. None of your business. But
why are you telling us about it then?
No.
He was being honest in the conversation.
No, that's part of the story. I'm about to tell you what happened during the story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So then she said, oh, okay. You want me to call you back? And I said, no, I want you to send me a naked picture because I want to measure it at 100%. So she did, and it didn't help much.
Game Changer is full of SHIT.
Okay.
That's not true.
Okay.
She just sent a naked picture and she's not even a girlfriend.
That's
cool.
normal.
She knows that we're cool enough to know
normal.
People send naked pictures, yeah.
Yeah, she's cool enough to know that I'm not gonna spread it about or anything like that. But
what kind of?
And she asked me to delete it afterwards, and I did. But yeah, so we know that it's nothing gonna jump off between us, so she could freely do stuff like that.
I don't know what kind of women you guys know.
Game changer.
Does she not have a good body? Like
No, she has a nice body.
Women.
We're just not each other's type.
Game changer. I think that you are post hoc rationalizing you being in the friend zone. I think you wanted to hit it. You just didn't.
No, I don't want to hit. Trust me, she would know by now if I wanted to hit it. I have been in the friend zone. I told the story when I was in the friend zone in the past. This wasn't it.
But let me ask you a question. So you don't want to sleep with her, but her naked picture got you excited.
It didn't. I told her
it did not. It didn't go to 100.
Yeah, I told her it didn't. It didn't give me the extra I need for an accurate measurement.
And that's how he knew he didn't want to sleep.
Not on 9,000.
You know, I'll believe it when I see Game Changer because it's easy to say anything when you don't show your face. But when
fair enough.
I can see your facial expressions. I can see whether, you know, you can read people's faces when they're
He's gonna tell you
talking.
to send him a picture. You better watch it.
That will traumatize him. He will need therapy for the next months.
What about my face has to do with the story? I'm curious.
No, I'm saying that when you're looking at people, because you know there are people can read body language and who can you can read.
She's saying what she I think what
you're
she's
lying.
I think what she's trying to say is she can't tell if you're telling the truth or not because she can't see your facial expression.
Yeah.
Sort of like, you know how I
Read
always I zoom in on them when I think they lying so we can look at them and see what's going on. I think that's what she
So
getting at.
you want me to cam up and tell the story again?
Come up one day so we can see your face and know whether you're serious, whether you mean what you're saying, because then we can read you properly. The communication is verbal and non-verbal. At the moment, we can hear your words, but we can't see your face to get the full picture of whether you're feeling what you're really saying.
Okay, well, fair enough. Believe it or not, let's just take the story like that. Believe it or not, you know, it wasn't anything that was self-aggrandizing about the story to where I would lie about that. But yeah, but that's one instance of a friend, you know, of mutual unattraction. Another instance would be when there is some physical attraction going on, but the relationship dynamic doesn't permit it. You know, she's like your sister's friend or your cousin's friend or your mother's friend's daughter or something like that. These are women that find their way in my life. Some of whom are attractive, however, it's just inappropriate. So you become friends. And then there's also work friends and things like that. There's also your ex's friends and sisters and things. So there's a number of different ways that it can happen. But generally speaking, if you meet her because you're attracted to her, then no, that is the friend zone.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I agree with you on that one.
Yeah, well, I just keep it real. Anytime I've been friends with a chick, it was because I was just hanging on, hoping and wishing for that one day, and being a punk and not going and shooting my shot, getting rejected, and moving on with it. That I was being a punk. That's every time I've been friends with a chick. We really weren't friends. I was just hanging around, lurking, hoping and wishing. That just is what it is. And I don't even think, in my opinion, unless it's some circumstances like work, you know, situations like that. But even then, with a coworker, you can get cool with her. Y'all could be friends. But if she's even halfway attractive and she put it on a platter, chances are you're going for it. So that's where I'm at with it. That's how most guys roll. Jackie Jack, go ahead.
So my
hold on, wait. Let me go to Jackie Jack on this one real quick.
Sorry.
Tell us about all the guys you had in the friend zone, dangling the possibility of sex, getting a little too close and tight on them church hugs, and you know, sending pictures to, and just to get them to come, you know, move a washing machine up a flight of stairs for a church hug in exchange. Anyway, go ahead.
I know y'all gonna call Kath on me, but I don't like being friends with guys because of that reason. Oh, you gonna zoom in? I don't like being friends with guys because of that reason. We could be like acquaintances or whatever. Like I say hi to you here and there or on social media, but I can't be a real friend to a guy because it's just gonna get some signals that's gonna get crossed, and I can't do it. There's guys that's try to be friends with me too. I know they had ulterior motives. I just can't do it. I know where it's gonna go, and most guys that I'm friends with, I start liking them. So I just can't be friends. I can't be friends with dudes. I can't.
You start liking. Okay, in what context was you and this guy friends? What was the context of y'all friendship?
Like we were just like a classmate or something, and we would do projects. We had to do projects together, and then the more we hung out or something, I would start liking them. I can't do it. I'll start liking them because I'm really about personality.
y'all would hang out like sort of in relation to the project, like y'all working on the project, and then after y'all get done, y'all might go somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't do it.
That's still almost that borderline work school thing, but y'all ended up hanging out afterwards. But all right, it's where I'm looking at it as two people who there's no circumstances that force them to have to see each other. I'm talking about they just friends, they cool, they call each other up, they kick it, they hang, and ain't nothing going on, ain't no cheeks getting clapped up, nothing happening, and they both 100% cool with it. I think those situations are rare or next to impossible. But go ahead, Brenda. I'm gonna read one. No, actually, I'm gonna read super chats right now. Shout out to Cole Still. He said, in my opinion, men and women can genuinely become friends through being in the same social circle. Yet again, that those are part of those circumstances that cause two people to just be in each other's presence or be in the same social circle over time. But it's the man's job to sexually make the first move. If he's interested, women prefer not to, and women will soak up the attention and all the other benefits and perks of having a man doing stuff for them, being around them, but not having to have sex with them. Yeah. Black Wolfing in the building. He says there's an extra smell of stupidity in the air whenever a feminist tries to use her logic. It's best to never be a woman's friend and save your hair. Absolutely. We talking about Annette. Annette been on point today for the most part. She's been doing good.
But I told you I'm a good feminist.
Yeah.
You still have to do what I say. I'll be good to you.
That's a contradiction in terms. Good feminist is a contradiction in terms.
It is. I am the living best feminist. You can be a feminist without being a misandrist. I'm a good feminist, but I'm still a feminist. You still have to do what I say. But
contradiction in terms. That is misandry. To say that. Yes, that is. You want to subjugate men. You want men. You want men to be in a sub position of doing what you say.
Well, but I always tell you to do what's good for you.
No.
And what's good for him is to cater to you. Yes.
You sound like a dominatrix.
A little bit, but not all. We cater for each other. I cook your meals. I clean your house. I'm here to wash your clothes. I'm here to iron your clothes. I do everything. I make sure you take your medicine. I take you to the doctor. I check your blood pressure. I make sure you stay alive. But at the same time, you also look after me. It's a mutual looking after.
Mutual.
No, I understand.
Okay, so
that.
by do what you say, you mean like stick your arm out and clench your fist so you can take his blood pressure? No, because that's an okay thing.
I mean that if I want to go shopping, you should take me and not complain. By do what I say, I mean,
you see that?
Yeah, but when you want to eat, I cook your food and don't complain.
No, that is quid pro quo. That is not a relationship.
What if I let you ball out in the dollar store? Would you be happy?
Sometimes
I let you ball out in the dollar store.
I buy my plant pots from the dollar store.
It's the pound store, LAR. It's the pound store.
Dollar store. I buy my clothes from H&M sometimes, and once in a while I buy clothes from expensive places too. Anything.
You say he got to take you. Why do we? First of all, and this all goes to all ladies. Why do y'all want us there? We don't want to go there.
Because we want to make sure you like it. Because if you don't like it, then I don't feel like wearing it.
We like what's underneath it.
You like what I'm buying.
We like you talking about the lingerie store? I'll go for that, but I'm not going for the
all the above.
I'm gonna make you love me, game changer. Trust me. Just
you think that I want to go and watch you buy a cheetah dress? You think that while you stand there and say, hey, do you like this or do you prefer leopard? No, I don't want to be there. Like the lingerie store is we don't want to be there. I don't like buying my own damn clothes.
Men like lingerie store. Come on.
Yeah, we do. I'll go to the lingerie store. Lingerie store, but I'm not going to the regular store. I don't want to see you put shoes on. I don't want to see you put dresses on. I don't want to see that crap. And I think I speak for most men.
That's not true. Some men like to see you change and do a catwalk, and then
that's because of what's underneath it.
That one.
The process of
the imagination. I see what
they
you're
like
saying.
to see, and you know what? Not only that, they can see you, and then they use the same opportunity to peep at all the other women that are changing as well. So
oh my God!
More of a show.
All right.
But you got to go test the water to make sure she's the center of the attention, because all those women should not be taking the whole catwalk. So she has
all
to.
The men stay in the changing room, watch all the women do the catwalk. It's kind of
that sounds like somebody's looking for a threesome.
It's a sport. No, it's just a simple.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go if it's possible.
No,
if
but
it's
I
a
have to agree with
possibility of a threesome, I will
All
go.
right. Creation Muse in the building went to $5 super chat. He says, in Living Color TV show, Jamaican accents, how many job you got? I think he's talking about a net with all them different certifications or degrees or whatever. Says a man must have at least 3 jobs. LOL 100%. Black Wolf Inc. in the building. He says there is an extra. Oh no, he already read that one. Car designer Chris in the building says, if she's ugly, a man can a woman, I think he means can be a woman's friend. Black Wolf Inc. in the building with another one. He says, if you value yourself as a man, you would never allow a woman to call you her friend. Don't waste your time on boring time wasters and annoying people. Agreed for the most part. So normally that's what it is whenever a guy is in the friend zone. That's what it was anytime that I was friends with a chick. I was on some bull. But no,
just to be clear, my friend, because I think that was addressed to me. My friend is not ugly. She's just very Keisha. So is the best way. I tried to get her on the phone, but she's probably at work right now. But
it's very Keisha. What does that mean?
She follows the Keisha stereotype. So if you think about the movie Friday, the first Friday, Craig's first girlfriend, you know, the one that was like, who that bitch? You know.
That's
the one that said her sister-in-law, baby cousin Tracy, saw him somewhere or something.
Yeah, exactly. She's kind of like attractive, but not you know. It's just like, do you really? It's kind of like that feel.
Okay, and by any chance, do you think she might? Does she have potential to not be a Keisha, in your opinion, because you have known her for a while?
She had so the same effort. No, fair question. The same effort she gets, she tries to get me to change. Is the same effort I try to get her to change, and neither has happened.
Right. So, I mean, y'all are set in your ways regardless after your frontal lobes is finished developing, unless there's a need of actually changing. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So why would both of y'all be trying to change each other if y'all wasn't sexually or romantically interested in each other?
No, we're just friends. Here,
I think introducing different worlds.
Is Keisha a sloppy toppy sommelier?
Huh? No, we never got down. We never got down.
I said, did she ever go down? I ain't asked you if we ever got down.
She never.
I can't zoom in on Game Changer face, but I'm zooming in on the test piece right now.
This is hard to believe.
Oh, we have.
Hard to believe. Hard to believe.
He's joking.
No. What's worse is she tells me that she, because she knows too that I'm not into big girls, but she tells me that she has like these parties with her and her female friends, and I'm using quotes, and they have strippers. She said, you should come afterwards. They'd be nice and ready. And then she'll describe her friends to me, and then I'm like, no, I'm not. That's not my type. You know.
You didn't want to go strip for some big girls?
Floaters.
Huh?
The blenders of this world. He hasn't got a lot of energy, so he can't really pick up a big girl. He wants a flipper and a floater.
Exactly. Yeah. My back isn't what it used to be. I'm not gonna try to float or flip a big chick. No. But yes, I will like flip and float a Brenda shaped woman.
Uh-oh.
You don't know what you're missing.
I do, a hernia.
You're missing
a slip disc is what I'm missing.
A slip disc.
That's true.
What we call in Nigeria Dunlop pillow. You know the type you sit on top and you just bouncing on top of her like Dunlop. which is like a soft waterbed kind of feeling.
What the hell?
Try that.
Y'all got a word for that?
She is
Are you
shooting her
describing-
shot right now.
I'm describing what men in night.
You been shooting your shot because you got the little stripper tattoo on the top right there. You got
I'm not shooting your shot. I'm shooting my shot at a man who's got no face.
Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. Let me back this up. I want to back it up.
That's a
and
real
you
thing?
were describing. Hold on, wait. I just want to make sure I understand it right. You were describing the process or the name that I call for the process of, was that having sex with a big girl?
Yeah,
Like,
Americans will call it she's got junk in the trunk.
Mm-hmm.
More of her to love. And in Nigeria, they want you to have a little bit of meat like this, you see, because they like to be able to bounce off you and hold you and have something to jiggle. They love it. So people like us from Jackie and all that were like assets in Nigeria.
But as I got older, in high school, I would say like before the age of 18, I still had a lot of friends, male friends, but those male friends, I still talk to them today, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years down the path. And those are the only ones who I would consider them friends. And I've never I gave them any sexual access or anything like that. So I do categorize my friends. And as I get older, that I understand the concept of time. I don't have the time to actually make friends if if we don't have some sort of common goal or commonality of something. So I had a lot of friends in school. So most of the time, whenever either in school, whatever business I have, and because I was in the Latin space for quite some time, I had a lot of male friends who are dancers. Actually, I had a business partner, but I would know that will cause a conflict if it's interrupting in a relationship of the time spent, because that time spent is actually a real thing. The more time you spend with a person, the more likely you're going to get attracted to them. That's a point blank period. But now with where I am, 26 years old, do I think do I need male friends? Not really. Unless it's categorizing with work, business, or anything like that. If I don't have time to make new connections, because it requires a lot of time and investment on that concept and energy transaction. But ultimately, I do believe that everybody needs friends. It doesn't matter, male or female.
Okay, so it sounds like most of the women on the panel, except for Jackie, but it sounds like, well, even when Jada was up here, it was mostly I was saying that a guy can, he can have I mean, a man and a woman they can be friends, and it could be platonic, this or that. Okay, so are you cool with your boyfriend, husband, significant other, whatever you're calling them, having a female friend that is not, they don't work together, they don't like they have to see each other and they cool buddy at the office? No, they actually friends. So are you good with him having a female friend, since men and women can be friends, apparently, according to y'all?
If she's not his type, I don't have a problem.
Yeah, she's right about that.
I'm being honest.
But
if she's his type, then I'm sorry, you're not going near my man. I don't care. So I'm friends with men who are not my type. But if I find you attractive, then of course I'm gonna come for you.
I think that's a human nature.
You know from day one, so we won't be friends from day one. It will be more than that. But if I'm not attracted to you, then you can be friends forever.
Okay, so your man can have a female friend that he friends with, and they cool. They just buddies, as long as they.
She's like 78.
if she's like
with one leg and no boobs,
if she's dead, she's basically
can't walk.
He can have a female friend.
I ain't living with Jackie or Brenda. No way.
He can visit her at the nursing home. That's what you said.
I ain't living my man with an attractive woman. No way.
All right.
And trying to protect himself from himself. So no, they cannot. Yeah, it's because of the attraction factor, because you don't want to leave any room for error. Just like men like to calculate their to make sure that the women are protected at all times. They don't want to have male friends around. Men don't want women to have male friends around because it's just that room of
But
error.
yeah,
They leave
like
it.
to have like to have beta male orbiters, as they get called in this space, and lurkers and all of that. But when you don't most of the time, if you ask them, do they want your man? Is you okay with your man having a female friend? You don't, most of the time, y'all don't want that. Hey, y'all chill. Come on. Now it was a slip. It was an error. It was a breach. It was a security breach that happened on the show. That don't mean y'all keep it going and keep typing that. Now you good, nude, but hold on. Where I'm trying to, damn it. How do I oh wait, hold on. I can't, somebody, shit. I can't delete messages. Hold on. Wait, time out. Shit, I guess gotta time you out because I can't figure out how to delete your message. Why can't I delete anything? Okay, so I just deleted the message. All right. At least I think. Hold on. I don't want to block you. Almost pinned the message.
Did Jonathan Behrensville.
Well, yeah, because he keeps talking about the security breach.
Yeah.
And Jonathan is my main man. I couldn't figure out how to delete the message, so I just timed it out. I timed him out. You timed out for 5 minutes. All right. Stop talking about the security breach. All right. My bad, JB. I had to time you out because I couldn't figure out how to delete it. But all right. All right, where we at? It's about time to wrap this bad boy up.
I don't know.
It's about time to wrap this bad boy up. I don't know if I've seen LAR channel link in the chat nearly as much as it should be. Make sure y'all go subscribe to LAR Movement. Definitely glad to have him on here. Glad to have Game Changer. That is his name, Game Changer. It's not the other name that you heard.
Oh, who's that?
It's Game Changer. Shout out to everybody in the building. All right, we'll go around the room with last words, and I don't know if I should save Annette for last or not.
I've been good today. You don't need to put me on timer.
I know, but normally when I normally when you go, you mess up everybody else's last words because you say something that everybody have to respond to. So I'm gonna save you for the end. So Game Changer, go. I'm gonna start with you and work my way around. Game Changer, what's your last words?
No, thanks for having me. Great show once again. And yeah, now people think I'm Pookie or something. I don't know. You know, she just said the exact opposite, but people think what they want to think.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Go ahead. LAR Movement in the building. Thank you, Aaron, for dropping LAR's name. Go ahead, LAR. You got to what's your final words on the day? Any other topics that we talked about? Go ahead. You got it.
Thanks for having me. I think Annette gonna send Game Changer a picture after this is over with.
No.
We're gonna have some fun in the back chat, but it's all good.
Well, if I want to traumatize him, maybe.
And she did like that too afterwards.
If I want to traumatize him. You didn't get the self joke I made about myself. He likes.
I get it.
So if I want to, I'll send him a non-flippant flow.
A sinking.
A sinking ship.
I couldn't think of another word.
Sinking ship. It's opposite of flip and float.
Yeah, we got to get another word to go with sink.
Right.
Don't knock it till you right, people.
All right, Brenda. Last words, Brenda.
Yes. Well, first and foremost, thank you for always having me. And it was a great conversation. It's always a great conversation because we're just airing our thoughts out. And the comment section, y'all, the real, but y'all be coming at me sideways sometimes, but it's all right. That's exactly what we need. But of course, don't believe everything that we're saying. Take everything with a grain of salt. Apply to your life the best way that you know how, so that you can have better health, peace of mind. That's actually what we all always strive for. And let's continue protecting our Black image, but mainly just protecting our actions. But I do know my mouth does get me in trouble. Sometimes I try to watch. So, yeah. But ultimately, yeah, just stick around to see what I do.
It's actually funny that you say your mouth get you in trouble, because like you behave yourself. You behave yourself very well on panels. It's
hard to believe.
It's starting to slip though. I can see it's coming. It's coming. That sisterhood gonna come roaring out of her real soon. We probably like 2-3 shows away from her going full gangster on us. But all right, Jackie Jack, go ahead.
All right, we just not asking the right questions.
Right, I agree. But go ahead, Jackie Jack. You got your last words.
Okay. Well, thanks for having me. It was fun. I don't really have nothing to say. I just had a good time. So thanks for having me.
Right on. And Annette, go ahead.
Thanks for having all of us, guys. Thanks to the chat. Thanks to Game Changer. Now we know the size of your penis.
No, we don't. No, stop.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't give the measurement.
Stop. Okay, I don't mean it. I take it back. Well, he's the one that started it. LAR, nice to see you. Game Changer is handsome, they say behind that thing. I'm sorry. I was just joking.
Okay.
He doesn't want me being fat, so I've got to have a go at him too.
I never said that.
You said I can't flip and float, and that hurt my feelings.
I said that Brenda can. I didn't say you can't. That's just.
You said I was going to give you backache, and I was going to pull your muscle.
No, you said, why don't you try big women? And I said, you said, why don't you try big women? You didn't say yourself. Let's be clear. I didn't call you that. I'm just saying that there's a reason why people don't try.
You said I ate all the ribs.
Oh, I did say that. That was funny.
Oh, he did.
You said I ate all the
say that. That was
so I'm
funny.
coming for you today.
Okay.
Yeah, I know Annette was sitting there with her fingers crossed, praying that this woman say Game Changer is ugly. She was.
But she didn't.
She was like, "Ooh!"
She didn't. I was so upset. But she did say you have a big head, though.
Yeah.
So no, thanks everybody. Sometimes we agree and sometimes we don't agree, but I am a feminist. I believe in the right of women. I think women should be looked after, but I also think that men should never get into fights because you're no use dead. It's not unless your life really is in danger. I don't believe that any man should go around slapping anybody else because of a woman.
But what if he's doing it? What if he's doing it to appease you?
No, I don't want a man to appease me by getting himself.
I just tried to set her up.
No, I need
respect yourself first.
I don't need you can appease me by shopping for me. You can appease me by taking me on holidays, but you can't appease me by being dead.
Okay, so it is not really the man's life, health, safety, and well-being she's worrying about. It's like he can't serve you and cater to you and do all that stuff. She wants him to stay alive for her own selfish reasons. I hope.
Yeah, and vice versa. Yeah, I don't deny it.
All right,
you're a necessary thing in my life.
Right on.
All right. What if he has good life insurance though?
Ooh.
No, you're not used to me. If I can't hug you, you're not used to me.
Oh, okay.
You can't build. You know, the men are the builders. So
you're not. Money is. You can't hug a car.
She gonna hug that check and call a contractor.
Sorry.
I'm gonna hug that check and call a contractor.
No.
Tell me what that $2 million life insurance policy.
No, when you love somebody, when you get to grow and love somebody, which I hope all of you are going to experience one day, because sometimes I wonder, like, have they ever experienced when somebody loves you and you really love the person? When you experience that, you realize that money is not everything.
Money will never be able to take care of you.
love makes you slap comedians in the face on national television.
No, that's just nonsense.
Why am
You don't slap anybody in the face for somebody who's disgraced you so much. You shouldn't have a go at somebody who's got alopecia. I've got experience of that. But I wouldn't want my husband to slap anybody or my man. I just don't like we don't want violence. You can live in this world without violence. If you have
your husband or your man,
Did
you just say you didn't want your husband or your man? That's what you just said.
Yeah, because I don't have a husband. I have a man, so I corrected myself. I don't lie.
Okay. Because you about to be Jada on this panel today.
No. I'm not thanking, not like the guy that was thanking his wife and his girlfriend. No, I don't have a husband. I used to, but I don't have one at the moment. I just have a man, and I've had him for 5 years.
All right. All right. Yeah. This was an interesting show. This is an interesting show. But thank you to everybody. Thank you to Big Ike who came through heavy-handed on the super chat, and I do appreciate that. And yeah, Jonathan Barreville, I had to time you off. For some reason, I couldn't get my buttons together and couldn't figure out how to delete your comment. But yeah, so I ended up just timing you out. But yeah, no offense to people I timed out. I was trying to keep something going that was a glitch. What else are we gonna call it? It was a glitch that happened on the show. And I was trying to keep it going. So yeah, I was trying to time it out to help it die sooner. But all right. So yeah. So with that said, everybody who liked, share, subscribe to anything that supports the channel in any way, shape, or form, appreciate it. And we are out of here. Peace.